Welcome back to Scrim Zone Season 9, Week 4, question mark? I think. Did I get that right? One of
Most
those.
certainly, season 9. It's week 3 or week 4.
Yeah.
But regardless, we got a real good one here for y'all tonight. We got the Meta Busters,
Yes,
the
sir.
defending champions from season 8, against Andromeda.
Yeah, Andromeda does have a bit to defend themselves here. They are currently on like a 3-game win streak, I believe. So definitely a decent amount on the line here for both teams. They gotta defend their stats. As we can talk about some of the stuff that's about to show up on the screens here. Some champions to watch from both teams. Corn's Darius, hot topic of discussion in a lot of drafts. Critically to this roster, they are running Jackson over Fujer. I think this is a slight downgrade in terms of their overall roster strength. I think Fujer definitely gelled this roster a lot. It was like a lot of their uh jungle pressure, so we'll have to see how this roster performs here. But
Look at boys KD on the new.
true. I can't doubt Nunu is also really good right now, so I'll have to see if the this character does show up at all. But some other things to point out, Darius is a pretty shared champion between Bean and Corn, so I'm curious to see where Pride will end up on that. But yeah,
I do think we are going to see Meta Busters on blue side.
okay.
So it looks like it'll probably be on Andromeda to decide whether they want to hand that pick over for a potential B1.
Yeah, I think B1 topside Darius with no flex is a little harder to pull off, but we'll have to see what they want to do with that. The key matchup for this game is going to be Tusini versus Sarvis. I am very excited to see this matchup. This matchup has been played before. Currently, Sarvis on the losing end of it, surprisingly, but these are two of our arguably best mid laners. I think Sarvis has a wide champion pool, lots of carries, lots of melee carries, plays mages decently well. I think Tusini has tended more towards like the mage side of most matchups, so I'm curious to see who comes out on top. Just really powerful matchup here in the mid lane, so I'm very excited to see how it shakes out.
Yeah, and I think another important part of that is going to be our bot lane matchup as well.
Yep,
We've seen a lot of Stanley playing for Andromeda.
yep,
I do believe Stanley is in for this series as well.
yeah,
But matching up against Jacob and Stav,
yep.
alongside his support, Dr. Dad, um, Dr. Dad definitely one of those supports that does like to influence mid lane. And I feel like we're going to be seeing Jacob try to match that potentially and try to be mobile
Yeah,
as
as
well.
we do want to move into draft, I did kind of
Oh, I
take a
see.
little too long, but yeah, as it looks like Metabusters is just gonna opt for the first round Darius pick. So Metabusters has the read that Dad is might want to play the Bard. I think this is a good ban. Like his Bard is really good. And then Victor from Stanley and the Singe from Bean. And for the side of Andromeda, it's just Syndra, Twitch, and Nyla. I do like the Twitch ban. I think this champion is really good right now. Stav is really good on it. Nyla is also fairly good. I think Stav has been pretty comfortable on it. It's a hard ADC to play into. I think if you're blind picking mages, I think Nyla has a lot less value, so I'm not sure where I really fall on that. But also the Syndra ban into Ticini, I think, is very solid. It is going to be the Mel and the Vi ban. Vi is a really good blind for Bean, so I'm curious to see how it works here as Jackson potentially locking in the Volibear. I think Volibear beats Vi in the 1v1. I'm not
Yeah, I
entirely
mean,
sure, but
not the new that
yeah.
we were seeing other champions to watch, but we do see Vayne and potentially Ornn to finish out the first phase.
Yeah, I mean,
But while they're deciding, we did see the early priority on the Darius. It
yep,
was left up by Andromeda, and we got that Darius locked in top lane because that's definitely not a flex for Meta Busters.
yeah. I do
And
think
we see Va or no, you go ahead.
I do want to point out Jackson has played a lot of Volibear. I think his Volibear was really common, so this is a very big comfort pick for him.
Yeah, and so this Mel can be played bot lane and mid lane.
Yeah,
We see the Vayne. That's definitely going to be going
Stav's
80
direction.
carry. That's to stop. Yeah, I imagine. So the flex still alive potentially for Andromeda. Because you
Yeah.
see Zillion and Lulu getting banned out.
I do think Zillion is a really good potential flex for these two players. I think Starverse is pretty good on the Zillion and a uh sorry, Zillion is really good flex between Starverse and Dad. Lulu and Leona banned out for the side of Andromeda. I think these are pretty safe support bans, just trying to shut down the Vayne. Um, yeah. I think Vayne is really good right now with the true damage buff changes, but I'm not really sure, to be completely honest with you. It
Well,
could be a bit of anything.
we'll have to see what Andromeda blinds here on R4 and how Metabusters fills out the rest of their draft in the next pick phase. But we did see Mel get picked up super early, and so far, Metabusters draft has been things that you don't really want to see when you early pick Mel. You just see a bunch of like melee or people that just auto attack you and just like get on top of you and don't
Yeah.
really give you an opportunity to do Mel things.
As Yone is banned for Cyrus, it is one of his best champions, I'd say. Definitely super comfortable in that, as he is hovering the Aurora here and does lock it in. I think this champion is still really strong, so
I think
decent
that
blind.
confirms that, yeah, Aurora is mid,
Yeah, I
and that's
don't
going to be
think you want to play
Stanley on
Aurora a
Mel.
lot. Yeah,
And
so
Stanley already had a really good standout game,
on the Mel,
MVP
yeah.
game on Mel bot lane. So hopefully, we'll see some inklings of that again. Some real good Mel play.
It could, okay, there is something to point out as well. Future was talking about it could be Jacob Jungle and Jackson top or Jackson Jungle Jackson support. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure where they'll land on that, as it is going
No,
to
that is
be
super fair.
Cassio. Cassio for Stav here. I'm not sure I like. I mean, it's decent
When
into Aurora, right? It's also still really strong since the nerfs.
yeah, I feel like it would be Casio for Tusini, right?
Yeah, of course. But like,
Yeah.
what do you feel about the champion right now? Is it still like a really strong pick, or
Uh, I feel like it probably is. Yeah, I feel like the only nerf that they really did was they nerfed how much movement speed you get when you get feats. Like I feel like
yeah?
that's the only nerf that they've thrown that her way, right? So,
Yeah, as it is going to
so
be Jacob
theoretically, yeah, it should
Nami.
still be good.
Okay, yeah, definitely still a good champion. Jacob Nami is definitely a very fearsome. So I think this is Jackson's support. Future is just fucking baiting me in chat as usual. Whatever, man. But that is hovering the Elise here. The Elise is a very strong solo queue pick. Does a lot of roaming. I don't think they'll lock it in though. It's too much AP, as it is just going to be the R5 Nautilus for the side of Andromeda. A lot of lockdown, extra lockdown.
Yeah, Vi and Nautilus really looking good against this blue side draft because
Yeah.
just one button pushes for Vayne and Cassiopeia both will
Basic
come
get
real
one
in handy.
coherent sentence out challenge impossible. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, it's okay though.
Oh my bad. Sorry if I'm interrupting you.
No. No. He's making fun of me because I can't speak the English language. You're doing fine, bro. You're perfectly good.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. But yeah. I do think it's very strange. Do you think Andromeda has too much magic damage here?
Um, too much magic damage? I don't think so. I think that Jax. So if your argument is that there's too much magic damage, Jax is still going to be like a side lane threat, and he's
Yeah.
still going to. If you're on Metabusters, either you are your Darius or your Cassiopeia, you're going to have to side lane against Jax.
Yeah.
And so if you're worried about building a bunch of MR to try to counteract some like overloading of magic damage, like in terms of stacking armor versus stacking MR, I feel like you're worse off like
Building MR.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you're still gonna have Vi that's gonna be right on top of you. You're still gonna have Jax that's gonna be a sideline threat that someone's gonna have to deal with. So you're still gonna need to build that armor. So it's not like you can over itemize magic resist in this game. I don't think.
Yeah, I was just saying that like I think Jax is pretty split on like physical and magic damage, right? Am I wrong on this read? Because like historically, or at least more recently, I guess he's been building Sundered Sky Triforce and then like Zanya's third. Is that accurate? You'd say?
Yeah.
And like he does tend to do a lot more magic damage just with like the ulti, and I think it got buffed recently, right? Like this champion is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's just
I
I
definitely know he got buffed. I wasn't sure what exactly got buffed, but I was
yeah.
on the lookout when that happened.
Yeah, I think Andromeda might have a bit of an issue with being a little easier to itemize against with so much AP, but I don't know. Who do you think is a little more favored in this draft if you had to go off the read?
Um, I think that I'll just like go down the map. I think topside, like in the 2v2,
Uh-huh.
I think that Meta Busters will be stronger early at
Yep.
least. Um, in the mid 2v2, I think that Andromeda will be stronger.
Okay.
And in the bot lane 2v2, it kind of depends. I'm not sure how this matchup is going to play out. I think Vayne is really kind of mainly played as like poke. Like I think you just Q spam
Yeah.
people, and that's how you play the lane. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that to Mel, so I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. But I think you are seeing like as you go down the map, really kind of where the strong parts of each team they're kind of like flip flopping.
Yeah. I would
I
agree.
imagine that Andromeda would have the advantage bot lane early. That's just going to be my guess.
Yeah.
So
I can see the logic. I'm not entirely sure where I really stand on it. I feel like Andromeda has like a few more easier engage tools, I'd say. Like Vi is a really easy go button. Nautilus is just like a champion that these two champions just you throw them at the enemy team and just try to get a fight started. And I'm curious to see how Metabusters, where their only real engage is like Volley Bear walking at you very scarily. I think that could be a couple issues that they face later on into the game. I think can also they could just try to play like this disengage, very slow reserved comp where they just sort of kite you out with the Vayne and the Cassio while you burn cooldowns on the Darius and the Volibear. So I'm curious to see where the fights tend to shake up for them there.
yeah,
As we
that
can,
might be a difficult angle. Oh, are we about to get into game?
yeah, no, we're not about to get in the game. I'm just gonna swap the assets over to like look at some stuff
Oh,
before.
okay. What? Just one more thing. I think it's
Huh?
gonna be interesting to see what like Summoner setup with this like first pick Darius corn goes,
Yeah,
because like we said, like when we were talking about potentially like too much magic damage on Andromeda, Jax is still gonna side lane and he's still gonna be a threat. I
yeah.
imagine Andromeda is gonna have two teleports, so it'll be interesting to see if Corn goes for like a ghost TP setup or just goes flash ghost and foregoes the teleport. Because I feel like that's gonna, along with Andromeda's easy engage buttons, that might make it difficult for Metabusters to play out the team fights with Darius either needing to make good decisions to you know keep up his map presence and still be there at the fights, or he's just going to be slower than Jax sometimes.
Yeah, as we do get into some of their past performances on these characters, I think Korn is 11-3 on the Darius. That is such a disgusting win-loss ratio on this character. He is so good at this champion, and just being able to like play these early aggressive champions and just try to snowball his lead. I'm curious to see where it goes with Arnie versus Arnie. Has a lot of snowball potential, but Jax is like a good scaling champion. Can kind of like try to play for neutral game here, so we'll have to see where this matchup sort of ends up. Jackson is 7-9 on the Volibear. Not super great, but has shown that he's willing to pick it a lot. So Stanley is 15 KD out of the Mel is disgusting. Sarv has not won a game on this Aurora, by the way, but his
You
KD
have
looks
three
pretty nice.
people that are 0-2 on
Yeah,
these
that's pretty
champions.
funny, honestly. It
I mean,
happens.
at least Jarvis has like almost a 5 KDA. The other
Yeah,
ones aren't looking too hot, but I mean, still.
yeah, definitely some of rougher picks, I'd say, but I think it could work out for them as we go into season records for these characters. Cassio is a 7-5 win loss. That's crazy, but
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of a standout number of Casio games, I think.
yeah. As Vayne is 2-6. Holy shit, Teddy, you need to start playing better on this Vayne character, or I don't know, man. Start boosting these numbers, dog. What's happening here? As Nautilus is 14-9 here, very consistent champion. Does a lot of sort of just you throw them at the enemy team and see what happens. Oh wait, we have a switch up by the way. Holy shit, I was wrong. But uh, yeah. As we were getting into game here,
Is it Jacob Jungle?
it is Jacob Jungle. Holy shit.
Oh,
Why would they
I
just
see.
put Jacob on Nami? I don't know, man. I am not a judge here. I mean, if Bean gets gapped by Jacob Jungle, I will reserve the right to do a little giggle. But I also lost to Jacob Jungle, so I can't speak. to be honest with you. As uh as we get into game, I don't think there's really too interesting about the runes. PTA is sort of meta now on Vayne, because of the true damage changes. Your true damage does get buffed by PTA and damage amp abilities like this, so pretty standard
Here, don't
stuff
forget to
for the
swap
map.
your share to
Oh
the
yeah.
League client,
Uh, wait, what do you mean?
like your Discord screen share to the League client.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, you're right. My bad, my bad.
Yeah, you could.
Let me get everything set up.
Okay, yeah, we do see Darius did go for the Flash Ghost setup.
Yep.
Two teleports, like we mentioned on Andromeda. We do see Aurora. I don't know if it's what Aurora usually goes for, but Electrocute. You know, the whole Domination tree did get buffed.
Yep.
So Electrocute on the Aurora could be interesting. Everything else, yeah, like you mentioned, does look pretty standard. We just see a bunch of 5 point. And we're not
Nothing.
really seeing anything happening here.
Nothing fun. Dad doesn't want to
Two
invade on the
Doran
models.
shield top lane. No one wanted to go Doran's blade.
Yeah. Doesn't Darius prefer the Doran's Blade most of the time if you're gonna play like this matchup? I'm not sure though.
Oh, I mean everything outside of poke matchups, I
Yeah.
feel like is a Doran's blade angle. But
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Electrocute, I feel like got buffed. The extra 20 damage on the proc is really strong. So I'm curious. Definitely, definitely a good rune nowadays to be taking for your early trades. So we'll see how it plays out in lane. As we get in, both junglers are starting on their red side here. Gonna be clearing up for Jacob and down for the Vi. I think you do want to be on the bot side of the map as this Vi. Potentially gank your Nautilus with a lot of lane setup. So as Arnya is going to go for an E here, does hit it on the corn.
yep, these early paths making sense. We do see Jack starting Counter Strike, but Darius going his Q to counter, trying to match the wave clear.
Yeah, get a little
Should
bit
hit
of
level 2
existing.
first.
Yeah, he is coming out from Arnya. Does get the stun down. But the 5 proc is coming out from the Darius here, so he should win in the auto trade. Does burn flash. We don't get to watch this fight because auto camera wants to watch us. Nothing bot lane happen. Nice. Okay. We just watched flash go down and we couldn't see it. Awesome. Hold on, we can replay that actually. I'm curious to see how he lost it. As we focus in here, he does get the E out as they go for the aggressive trade.
Stacks a passive.
Yep, just walks at him. Flash Q. Doesn't go for anything else. Arya doesn't
How
burn the
does
flash.
Jax? Oh, I
Oh,
guess
he has
the.
biscuits, so he lives. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alright, as we jump back to a little bit alive here. Root comes out. Doesn't really hit anyone up. Stav is just... Yeah, his Bean is technically up here. Could go for this. Did the 3 camps into look topside, which is bad
I
for his
think that's what
tempo,
they're going for
arguably.
here.
But if they get a kill, it could be good. Q is being channeled. Does
Oh,
with the
the Q
Q.
misses.
The ghost is coming out from corn here. This could be
It's a
really disaster.
disaster.
Yeah, it's so over. You fucked your tempo as Vi, and now you missed the Q as well. It's a little cooked here, but
I feel like he could just walk up and maybe stop Vi's base. I don't know. But yeah, Vi does base. Yeah, probably going to be like 20, 30 seconds behind.
yeah, definitely a rough spot to be in for the Vi. You are gonna lose this top grab. Should be able to get the bot grab though in response. So as a hook coming out from the
Big
Darius
pull.
again. The E is coming out from Arnya though. He might be able to get the solo kill, and the first blood going over to the top laner of Andromeda. 200 ping differential, baby.
Yeah,
Oh no.
really big solo bow. I was gonna say like with that trading, the camera pan back top, Jax was like 2/3 HP. I was like, he just TP'd back to lane. This could be a rough spot for him,
Yeah.
but not able to pull it out. Both the summoner spells having been extracted from the Darius at various points.
Yeah.
Able to go down. So yeah, well played, Tanya.
Yeah. Definitely a bit of an overgreed on the pull from Corn, I want to say, as trading coming in for bot lane here. Stav is walking so aggressively. Heal and barrier is burned. Dad does live, but to trade the kill back, but doesn't get anything else. As Jacob is here trying to back up Tusini, Sarv does have to burn the flash, but nothing else really burned here. As
That super, I mean, super action-packed game. If you see, Bean didn't even do, he backed and then didn't even do anything other than his blue. He did his blue and then went for that mid lane play.
yeah, another E
So
coming
he's
out. Good
still two
pull.
camps down.
Does manage to get 3 bleed stacks. Doesn't really want to get anything else. This is the cannon
Did
though.
miss
I
the
think that's an
cannon.
FF angle to be honest, but it's still FCS on Arnya, but that should swing back as he
If
collects this wave under tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say if RDA CS's that wave well, then he'll actually be up. But
Yeah. As 1 kill on Vayne, 1 kill on Mel. I think that was pretty even exchange ball lane as well. So pretty chill. Nautilus roam from downtown though. Could be a potential 3-man here onto Corn.
yeah, Darius still has no sums.
Yeah, this could be a
Yeah,
kill.
I
Dad
feel
with the
like he's
Q.
just dead.
Misses
Oh,
the
good
Q.
dodge.
Whoa, the E comes out.
The Counter
Q coming
Strike,
out
the
from Goodbye.
Viq.
A
This
good
should be
pull.
enough
The Q.
damage.
Oh my gosh, gains back
Oh,
half his HP. Well played to Corn. Really fudging that play from the side of Andromeda here.
yeah, and it looks like Meta Buster's on the bottom side of the map. Jacob here is going to pick up his first dragon. So
Yeah. Andromeda.
they're close to losing the kill feat, but they will have first stack on the objective feat.
Yeah, crucially, Andromeda is really looking for these plays, but Metabusters is sort of getting a little bit of extra tempo from the dragon, so definitely I would have to say like pretty even in terms of trades, like they're even gold despite the 2 kills, and they're also up an objective now, so jungle diff as the kids say. I think even CS with being 1 dragon, that's how this works, right?
Yeah, I mean, also like still, would you see Bean like he went down like those two camps, and he's kind of just maintained that same deficit. So
Yeah,
not the biggest thing, but we
could
see
be
Metabusters
potential.
does get the first move on top side though, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, if you get the first dragon with the Ocean Drake to help sustain your lane and the grubs, it is like a really good advantage for the side of Metabusters. I think Darius does want to push these lanes out pretty aggressively, use these grubs as like a aggressive leverage point to like really pressure tower, really get some advantage here as Bean is gonna look for his red side in response for
I
the
feel like
grubs
Stav is just
here.
gonna hit 6 and try to 1v1 Stanley. Like he
Oh, good
flashes, he gets the
condemn.
stun
The
into the
ulti comes out
wall.
and he does manage to
Yeah,
pick up the
Stanley's
kill.
just dead.
Good read from Stav, just knowing his damage on the Vayne, getting a free solo kill onto Stanley. Well played from him, and he's now a 2-1 and gets 6 and gets the first 3 grubs. So they're what 2 objectives for grubs. They are still in the running for the damage or the kill feat as well. So could be a play
But
here.
Jackson in a dangerous spot. Nautilus Hook does miss. Otherwise, I feel like the flash still available, so maybe could have lived, but definitely a more dangerous position.
Yeah, E coming out from Arya, but Corrin does pop
Ghost
the
is up.
ghost.
Yeah.
Did dodge the counter strike crucially. Good pull, pulling him back into range. Ulti coming out from Arnya. Q coming out again, and the ulti comes out from Korn just to finish off the kill. And the feats of warfare go over to Meta Busters here. Well played from Korn here. Super good solo kill. As Stav is getting engaged on here by Dad, though, could potentially go down. And good hook from Dad just to really wrap up the skill here bot lane as they trade 1-for-1.
Is it
Look,
possible to see what secondary runes Darius has?
yeah, I think. Hold on. Let Onk figure this out real quick.
Let's say, oh, click it. Oh, yeah,
Axiom
he does
Arc
have
and
arcane.
Slayer.
Yeah, the Arcanist rune. I was about to say that ultimate did look like it did like a bit more damage than you would expect base Darius ultimate to do.
Yeah, definitely a good trade. Core knowing his damage on the Darius, unsurprisingly, even with the new rune coming out. So, well played from him. Did crucially dodge out the Jack stun and got the really sick pull. At least Andromeda did have the read and just managed to get a response kill after Stav didn't have ulti. So,
Yeah, Metabusters playing the early game really well. They've
yeah.
got the kill feed. They're the kill feed. They're one objective away from getting, like the 2 out of 3.
Yep.
And if they can like play this game and like make it a little slow, like having so many targets that like need to be prioritized by Andromeda
Yep.
can like make playing like team fights really hard because if Darius can get to the point where if he gets 5 stacks on someone, he's going to decimate your team. Like you need to kill that guy. But if they also have Cassiopeia and Vayne, like you need to kill those people too. So
Yeah, definitely a potentially really tricky team for the side of Meta Busters, as both teams don't really have much to do right now. Dragon is up in a minute. Oh my gosh, ulti coming out from Bean though, just one-shotting the Vayne, as ulti also coming out from Dad here, as Meta Busters could be really caught out here, and another kill going on to Stanley. 4-1 on the Mel. Jesus, and Andromeda really pushing their advantage with the level 6 spike that they have on the Vi and the Nautilus, as Ticini is forced to burn flash from the Nautilus hook. Nothing really comes out of it. Sarv's ult was wasted critically, but I think you probably get the dragon. You're sitting pretty here. Corn is
yeah,
looking
I
for Arnya. Good
guess
pull. W comes out, but could be another solo kill onto Arnya. It does have to flash, and yeah, he still has the lead in this lane, I think. The lane is still really even for both sides, so.
I don't know. I we were kind of glazing Metabusters, but then it seemed like I don't know what happened. They all up and down the map. They kind of just took an L collectively, like a slight one.
Yeah, I think that
And not the worst of L's, but like you lost Flash Top, and then you lost some lives in the bot fight. But
another good pull from
after
Corn,
losing
but
Flash, you do
counter
see
strike
him
comes
try
out.
to yeah.
Yeah, good trade from Arnya. It does manage to get out all his damage onto the Darius in melee range and just picks up another kill here. Pretty back and forth game so far. Yeah. I think they just sort of like didn't respect the Vi level 6 power spike with the Nautilus and just sort of walked into them expecting to win, and they just don't if those two abilities are up. So hopefully they play a little more cognizant of this in these next couple fights here. As Dragon is still potentially up, they do want to go for the feats. They could give 3 grubs over to Andromeda for the Dragon. I'd say that's a pretty equivalent exchange. Getting to 2 dragons for hair or for 3 grubs is fine. Did I get spectator bugged? We'll see. Has it? Okay, we're good, I think. Hold on, let me close time controls again. No?
Oh, I mean,
Did I
yeah, they
really
kind
get
of did
spectator
lose
bugged?
like 3. Oh, is it like permanently bugged?
We'll see. I'm messing with it right now, but looks like it could be. They might have paused. But yeah. I mean, we can talk about the game a little more. Looks like the Volibear is also starting the dragon here, so they could trade the 3 grubs for the dragon. So that would give them feats of strength for the side of Metabusters. So definitely a decent-ish advantage, a little extra movement speed just to really get the game accelerated for yourselves. This might mean they're paused too, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
To be honest, I have no idea.
Gotcha.
Andromeda gave over 3 kills, which is kind of bad, but they'd already Metabuster had already acquired the kill feat,
The
so it's
next
not the
phase.
worst thing.
I already tried rewinding and then letting it play out. It's not working. Should unstuck it? Maybe.
You're stuck.
Yeah, no, it's not. They either paused or it's like we're having an actual issue with it. So
Do we just have to like reconnect to the
yeah, we can
thing?
try, I guess. Yeah, we'll try all out for reopening for friends list. Uh, maybe they FF thoughts. Me when I
How
yeah,
about that?
I would hope not, but
Yeah, hopefully we only lose, like a minute or two.
yeah. If not, we get spectator bugged. It's so cooked. Yeah, as it looks like Metabusters did manage to pick up the feats.
And
Uh,
they got some more kills. They got 3 more kills.
Yeah, Andromeda crucially also got more kills as well, though, no?
Yeah. Mel, they got one more kill. They had it was 3-6,
Gotcha.
and now it's 6-7. It looks like Mel got shut down. Mel was 4-1.
Yeah, it's a good bubble coming out from Jacob here to block off the that engage. As they did manage to get 2 dragons, Stanley burning W for nothing. Yeah.
And
As
top tower went down.
oh shit. Yeah. I mean, he did probably die an extra time, so probably how his tower went down. Ulti coming out from Dad here though. Could be a potential kill onto Stav. Does have to burn the ulti. Bean is here. Gonna try to look for the CC layer. Looks like he is gonna get nothing. Good dodge to dodge out the hook. Do you think he goes the Riftmaker build? Any wagers?
Probably not.
Condemn coming out from the vein here and just managing to get a good solo kill. Well played for that from Stav here. Could be a double kill here too as well. Ulti coming out from Stanley, but nothing really gained in the clapback as Stav just walks at them with the vein and does so much damage. Is this champion good right now? Do you know?
Vayne? I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't know. Aside from top tower going down and like the couple solo bolos that we've seen topside,
Q coming out from Bean here though. Sarv is here as well, locking down the vein here, but I don't know if they have the damage to finish this off. Stav is getting killed by the Nami. Q coming out from the vein, the shield coming out, and so much damage comes out. And Bean does manage to get the 1-for-1 here, but Tusini does burn the TP,
Tusini flashes
kill as well, so 1-for-1 trade as that also collapsed on the corn here and does get a kill for Arnya as well. A good play from
we're gonna kill a minute. Let's go.
Yeah, they're really trying to trade as evenly as possible into both teams. A lot of back and forth in this game so far. Jacob is potentially looking for the Rift Herald to start up so he can get a couple extra towers for free. Potentially.
Yeah, but like I said, it was gonna. The game was gonna kind of come down to how the bot lanes matched up, or that was like the one thing where I was like, I don't really know how this is gonna go. I did think Andromeda had the advantage in the early game. I mean, Mel was 4-1,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Just watching what was on my screen right there, it looked like Stav, along with Jackson, like that 2-man unit, was kind of just like putting in the work on multiple members of Andromeda right there. So
Yeah, I think Stav has been playing Vayne very well so far this game. Definitely has been really hard to shut down and lock out because of being able to dodge like the Nautilus engage so easily as Bear has started up the Rift Herald. Does manage to pick it up for free, just trying to get some tower gold as Andromeda does opt to get the Cloud Dragon in response. Just trying to make sure that they can not have to contest soul on this next dragon. So it just feels a lot better of a position to be in if you're the side of Andromeda here. As a Q flash comes out from Dad and gets nothing. Ulti comes out and still nothing. What do you think? You think they can get someone here, Shirley?
no.
That's unfortunate. Ooh,
We
good
don't
condemn
have.
from Stav here. Could be a kill. Does manage to get the shutdown. Super well played. Oh, ulti coming out
Holy shit!
from holy shit. Yeah, I didn't expect that damage. Core just fucking obliterates him with one passive stack. Hello?
That was a lot of guillotine damage or whatever the ultimate's called.
Please hide the display options. Okay. Y'all need to relax, bro. It's not that serious. My bad.
Yeah, Metabuster's kind of popping this game open with that really big top play and dropping the Rift Herald mid here.
Yeah, just a lot of trading back and forth coming out from both teams, and I think Metabusters is just getting the upper hand in these fights. Really, Arnya does choose to try to go aggressive here on Tusini, but Tusini critically hit the Q and does just walk him out with the Twin Fangs, but doesn't crucially miss the last bit of damage and couldn't manage to get the trade or the kill 1-for-1.
Arnya barely had a health bar at the end there.
Yeah, just look at that Cassio damage with the Rod of Ages, with the tier fully stacked. Definitely a bit of a menace on the side lane here as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure. Where do you... I mean, obviously the game's not over yet. Yeah. They're also only like 3,500 gold down at the moment. But I don't know. What do you think has put Meta Busters in this position here?
I think they've just played like the map a bit better. Like I think Andromeda really looking for those scrappy early kills did net them some advantages, but I think Jacob has just been doing the consistent play, playing for like objectives that he knows he can win with his team. They did have a couple slip ups, but I think being able to be there all the time for those objectives has kind of won them out like a lot of advantages. Getting the 3 grubs early, just getting the feats of strength so they have better rotates, into getting the Rift Herald early so you can break both mid towers or yeah, break both mid towers. Like just putting a lot of gold in your pockets, making sure you're staying ahead of the curve here. As I think the key point from here is to like see how they transition their lead. Try to get these side lanes pushed out. Try to get Autocon moving. Like there's a lot of moving balls that they could start getting down the mountain, so to speak. So I'll have to see if they can make sure that they can. Wow, that was English for sure. We gotta make sure that we gotta see if they can hold on to their lead. Wow, I cannot speak the English language today. Whatever.
I
Anyways,
mean,
as
this
they're
is the
starting up
GA
top.
Autocon, and it's almost dead. Like they just
Yeah.
have this.
They don't know that they're on this until just now, and like they just underestimate the damage that Volibear has. Like Volibear plus Darius is a lot of damage. As Vayne flashing in with the ulti and could potentially get a kill here, just getting sped up by the Nami. Oh my gosh, that Q3 or the 3-hit
They're
damage
just running
is
them down.
that is just being walked down. Yeah, the ulti coming out from the Nami, just managing to pick up two kills and the Autocon. It's so good for the side of Metabusters, and they're so up.
Yeah, they have this GA buff. I mean, Andromeda doesn't have a single structure yet taken down, and I mean, Metabusters is pushing in on their base right now. It's only 21 minutes.
Yeah,
They're on
Tusini
the
isn't
inhib.
even at these plays, by the way. Like, Andromeda just looks kind of limp here as they're just taking it to the grave, I guess. Like, not having a read on that Autocon play and then just getting swiftly punished by a slight overreach by their bot lane. Arne, good Q buffer on 200 ping, by the way. Holy shit, but unfortunately they might
Yeah,
not be able
you
to
see
get
them
anything else here.
transitioning the push to this bot wave to meet up with Tusini.
Yep,
Um, do we know how long the Autocon buff still has on it?
I can look. It has...
It's about halfway done.
Yeah, it's about halfway
So,
done. So,
so I think like
definitely...
45 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, they're definitely utilizing the pressure that this autocom buff can give you. Having that false life, that little extra bit of security, lets you try to knock down these tier 2s, try to push your advantage as hard as possible. So we'll have to see if they can secure this dragon as well, as it comes up in 20 seconds. Extra Cloud Soul, or Extra Cloud Dragon does give you a lot of extra move speed, just try to get you to everywhere at once. So
Yeah, I mean, Otacon buff slowly running out, I believe.
yeah.
But Metabusters does have the tempo onto the dragon after taking except for that top tier 2 that's like basically dead. Every single outer structure of Andromeda's has been taken.
Yeah, it's just been slow. It's just been methodical, getting rid of these towers, playing the game correctly. So I really like to see it
Well,
from
that's kind
them.
of how we said. Oh, the ultimate come out.
Just a little style ultimate, you understand. Flash coming in onto
Oh,
Arne, the W comes out, he's just walking him down with the Rylai's ulti coming out from Arne, but ult comes out in response from the Cassio, stunning him up, and does manage to just pick up the kill here. This Cassio champion is still quite strong, unmatchable in the side lane, and just another kill going on to the side of the Cassio here. Could be a tower as well here, but I really like this Cassio pick
okay,
from
the buff
Tusini though.
just came off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean the pick, like we kind of pointed out, kind of a large number of Scrim Zone Cassiopeia games, but I mean the champ and Ticini have been performing really well.
yeah. Definitely. I do want to shout out Stav. I think he's played really well on this Vayne as well. Played super aggressively, just looking for these really aggressive punishes from a champion you typically consider like a scaling character. So, really like this look from him. As they could try to break open the base a little more. There's still a top tower, still some standing gold left on the map. So,
I mean, we see Ticini moving to the top lane while there's a team fight happening here outside the base. It does look like Darius is a little too deep, but we do see Sarvis kind of in a similar position, both stuck like 1v4ing.
yeah. They do go 1 for 1. But I think you always take the Cassio shutdown over another kill. We'll have to see if it works out for them.
Oh, the hook does land onto Stav though, with the Vyar coming in behind as well. Maybe the Mel Execute can pick him up, but it does not look like it. Jacob receives a Nautilus hook as well with the Counter Strike. He's probably going down.
Yeah.
Baron will be up right as he's respawning though, but it looks like the end of that. Oh wait, never mind. Digini's here. He's it's his turn to one.
Yeah, definitely just a lot of overreach from the side of Meta Busters here. I don't know why you're forcing this play all by yourself, but each their own, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it could be worse. Jacob goes down. I mean, he's the tank. He's the jungler, but he'll be up in time for
Yeah.
the objective. So
Yep. As we will have to see if either team wants to rush the Baron on spawn here. They're just trying to opt into clearing each other's camps. That is here. Cord is waiting in the bush. Does try to get the 5-hit sacked potentially.
does
Good
have his
pull.
passive stacked.
Does get the 5-hit onto the Nautilus and does manage
This
to get
looks
the kill with the
Jover.
ulti and 2 kills going up to the side of Metabusters. Could just be a
And I
Baron
mean, outside
helping.
of Vi, like that's all the Jax and Nautilus. Those are the two characters that could just walk up and like face check for you.
And now they're gone. They can't do that no more. As Andromeda should just pick up the Baron here. Get smite from Corn. Or not Corn. From Jacob. Or, yeah, it's Jacob. Wow. Anyways. As we're waiting for the game to conclude. Australia, this is popped from the Nami.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we're just gonna see them redestroy these mid and bot inhibs while Tusini pressures the top wave.
Yeah.
We do see the Nautilus ultimate coming down on the Darius. The Counter Strike flash coming in from Arnye.
Oh my gosh, the ulti
No one go
from the
down
Aurora
quite
coming
yet.
out. The spear between worlds. I don't know what this ulti is called, but does hit some people, but isn't enough to do lethal with their execute. As side of Andromeda does manage to hold out for another series. Yeah. As oh my gosh, they're just getting destroyed with the Baron here as well.
Yeah, I mean the whole time that mid fight was happening, Tusini was still on the top wave. Metabusters might be overstaying a little bit, but I mean I think every structure is gonna go down. Oh no, now that the Baron buff is off, the minions aren't gonna be able to get that last Nexus tower. But I mean
Yeah.
the base looks thoroughly decimated.
Yeah, definitely Metabusters just walking in with that confidence, trying to make sure that this game ends soon. So
Yeah, and I mean their soul is spawning right now.
yeah,
So that's a pretty easy pick up soul and just walk it down.
yeah. Waiting for a
I
Dragonflight
mean,
into Wing Soul is so crazy.
thinking from Andromeda's perspective here,
Yeah.
what do you think they're looking to do for next game? What do you what do you think the
Uh,
game? Because they banned Twitch and they banned
I think he just dropped the Nyla ban. I'm not. I feel like he's just played so many carry champions, and like ADC is like not that bad right now in my opinion. But I don't know. Dean is looking for the ulti onto Tusini here. Ulti comes out from Sarva as well. Good ulti from Tusini. Does lock them up for a little bit, but does manage to pick up Sarva crucially, and his team is here to follow. Could be a kill onto Arya, but the Bane is just walking through the enemy team.
yeah, no
Probably.
Tusini on that Cassiopeia with the feats movement speed buff with
Yeah.
the Cloud Soul after ulting. Pretty untouchable there in the kiting situation. And yeah, Metabusters is going to go up 1-0.
Yeah, Metabuster's taking a very decisive lead here in this series. I think they just outplayed them on the map. Like, I don't think it was anything too crazy. They just slowly and consistently built their leads and Jacob didn't have the greatest KDA, but was like sort of at the right place at the right time every time. So, who do you think's MVP this game? I do kind of want to give it to Stav. I think he did play a really clean Vayne game, even if he got killed a lot. I feel like he was their main source of damage and was just sort of playing with his balls on the table. You know what I mean? Just really asserting that he can play 80 carry. So
I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Bot lane kind of was also like their one foothold.
yeah,
Well, not their one foothold because Korn was doing good top lane, but that was kind of more of like a back and forth. Like Jax was solo killing him. Jax did solo kill him multiple times as well. Like bot lane was kind of the one spot on Metabusters early where I was looking at it and I was, yeah, it kind of looks like Vayne at a certain point is just moving how she feels like now. So
I did look a
I
little
think
rough in the
that's fair.
beginning, but like I think the way that he played those later fights was just so clean. Like he was walking forward, he was making sure that he was outputting as much DPS as possible, and I think he knew that it was just in the bag for him. You know, I don't know. Like he knew that there was no threat on the team, so I just like
Yeah.
this play from him. So
I mean,
who
he
el-
also knew that Tusini was there. I mean, Tusini and Stav had the most gold in the game. Tusini with
yeah,
like about 14,500 and Stav ending with like 1.5k less. So,
yeah,
I mean, but yeah, it's kind of Stav kind of like carried Metabusters. Stav with Jacob and Jackson kind of carried them through the early game. And
yeah,
they kind of had the Tusini insurance
yeah.
policy as well on that Cassiopeia.
Yeah, as I will go ahead and grab giraffe links for game 2 and get everything set up. They don't have the draft links yet. Fuck. Oh well, I'll get the assets and shit generated then. Oops.
They do.
What do you mean?
The draft link is there.
Oh,
Stanley
is
sent
it?
it.
Oh, it is. You're right. I'm blind as fuck. Dog, I'm.
Yeah, you're good. We're gonna see them swapping sides. Metabusters is gonna be on red side this game.
Yeah, I do think first pick is pretty valuable for Metabusters. Not Metabusters. Andromeda, as I have to do all the draft assets manually. Give me 1 second, chat, as it's going to be.
You're good. Just if you do get a chance, could you swap your Discord stream back to OBS?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. It's going to be Andromeda on blue, Rift Sharks, not Rift Sharks, Metabusters on red. Currently they are 1-1. Andromeda is 3-0. Andromeda is on blue side, right? Alright, sorry, Kathy.
Yes, Andromeda on blue side.
It's not coffee.
Yeah, be
It's
curious to see if where the Mel and the Darius Priolan, because that's another thing we didn't retouch on was how the Mel, like, because Stanley was playing pretty well, but
yeah,
Metabuster's draft really kind of was counter Mel. Um,
yeah. I think they came in with a really strong plan against the Mel as well. So Ticini, Stav, and Jacob. Do we think we put Jacob in jungle? I feel like it is potentially there,
I
but
mean, Andromeda didn't really ban support or junk. They banned Twitch and Nyla, and then one other thing, right? So
yeah.
I don't really think that there was like ban pressure put on either position that caused the swap. So I feel like it's safe to say they'll keep the swap. I
Swamp
could be
Menace have
wrong though. I
subbed
could be talking
for
out my ass.
Swamp Menace have subbed for 4 months. Mason marry me. I don't know who this is. I'm not gonna lie, but sure, why not, bro? Do you take marriage vows over the internet, or is there already into draft? Holy shit! Hold on, I still need to finish these fucking assets. Sorry, I'm so out of it right now. Give me 5 seconds to do this shit. Doo -doo -doo. as we're going to get into.
Captain Coffee, Metabusters won game one. Oh, I see. Gnome replied to you.
I'm just very tired. This one's on me, chat. I'm just not in it right now. But here we are. We're into
Okay.
draft. It is going to be the first pick way for the side of Andromeda. They have banned Nyla, Twitch, and Vayne, and Metabusters has banned Syndra, Bard, and Victor. Metabusters is just going to blind pick the Darius once again. I'll have to see what their
Yeah, I
second
mean,
pick
they
as
kind of
well.
showed in game one that Andromeda can't really punish it. I mean, they're gonna pick the same matchup, so
Oh, they just choose to pick a Mumu blind. Okay, as they opt for the Jax into the Darius matchup again. I think he played it well, so I do kind of like this from them. I'm curious to see what Bean's response is into the Amumu. My personal opinion on this Amumu champion, by the way, fuck this character. This is a dumb fucking character, bro. There's two Jacobs.
two
Oh, I did put Jacob
Jacobs.
twice, huh? That's crazy. I'm so out of
No
it, dog.
way. Your mom lets you have two Jacobs?
True, actually. So real. And I didn't put the series score either. You know what? We'll just run with this for now. Holy shit. I can try to fix this actually. We as he is going to opt for the Nefiri jungle as well. I think this matchup is good for Nefiri because you can block the Amumu Q and kind of outduel her, but I'm curious to see if it'll work out because I think Nefiri jungle is sort of hard to pilot. It's or not hard to pilot per se, it's just I think it's really a little reliant on snowballing and that's not super guaranteed in these kind of areas. He is undefeated on it so far, so
We do kind of see like a similar setup because we see Metabusters blinding the Darius or just slamming the Darius. We see Stav on a hypercarry ADC, and then we see Andromeda respond with a potential mid bot lane mage flex, a response to the Darius. And I mean, the wild card here is this Nefiri jungle, I think.
yeah. Jackson and stop. Okay, let me remake these assets real quick. Sorry,
Yeah, we
I'm
do
not
see the
talking.
response bans, the Elise, the Elise support banned by Metabusters. And Leona, we see Andromeda responding with the Nami and Lulu bans.
Does this fix it? We're about to find out.
Uh,
Hold on, let me. Yeah, okay, I fixed it. I'm the best. Anyways, as it
yeah,
is
good
going to
job.
be a another Nautilus pick for the game, it is going to be four Meta Busters this time, though. They want the consistent gauge. This time, though, it's sort of Jinx and her three tanks frontline, so definitely a very easy draft for Stav to play out so far. As they ban out the Nami and the Lulu this time around. It's going to be
Do you think this
Dad
is going to be
Zillion.
Zillion support? Yeah.
Okay, that is a pretty gnarly Zillion, so I'm curious to see where it goes or how it goes for him. Zillion is pretty disgusting. Doesn't really. It does have like two champions you can kind of speed up and get into the enemy team, like the Shen and the Nefiri, or not the Shen. Wow, the Jax and the Nefiri. But these two champions do sort of thrive in being in the middle of the fight.
Yo,
Kaisa could
this
also
is
be
kind of
really good.
crazy.
Could this be Stanley on way mid and Sarver's playing AD carry?
I don't know. I feel like that could be the case,
I,
but
I think they're trying to cook here. I do kind of like this adaptation. I think Stanley could potentially hold the Hui mid and just outrange it. Oh, and they picked Annie into it. Wait, I really like this draft from Andromeda now. I think if they do the lane swap, I'm thinking they do. I think this is cooked from Andromeda, no?
wait, but if it's okay, but what if it's Kaisa mid,
No, no, no. That's the strength, though. You
no
can
missing?
flex the Hui into mid lane and then switch the players around, no? Am I tripping?
Well, I think you can, yeah, but I'm saying, but if it just ends up being Kaisa mid, doesn't Annie feel like that's like unplayable? Like I feel like now they're kind
Yeah,
of forced where they have to do it. What you're saying, if they weren't already.
Yeah, I feel like they drafted this way to set it up, though. I don't know. I just think the Annie is not correct here, but we'll have to see. I don't know. I think this is a decent draft strategy by Andromeda if it is intentional. If it's not intentional, then you can take all my words and throw it out the nearest fucking window. But I think they did try to plan for Cyrus to potentially just swap to AD carry. Or I think they were just going to have him swap to AD carry in the first place. But I don't know.
I don't know, big if true. I mean, I think
True if
when
big, you
Sarvis
know?
first joined the server, I forget I forget if he had already gone to mid lane or not, or if he was still playing ADC. I think he was playing ADC. So I mean, back to his roots a little bit. But
Yeah. I mean, I think that's been the weakness of Stanley playing on this roster is that he can't play AD carry, right? Or like normal ADCs. But if they could try to do the swap, I think it could work out for them. So
I'm
far,
not
I
gonna let you sit here and speak on White Gumayushi's name like that, bro.
that's true. I can't slander my go like that.
No, but in all seriousness, at the very least, Stanley doesn't like playing attack damage carries
Yeah.
outside of like Aphelios, I'm pretty sure. So
Okay, as we are getting into the game here, they don't. Okay, I was wrong. They did not swap Sarvin to AD carry and put Stanley mid. That did not happen. Based on the way the lobby is constructed, they could be pulling a fast one and trying to swap the players in champion select, but I think that's a little duplicitous. I don't know if that's legal, but we'll have to see. Okay, as we can fill out the draft here. Jax, Fury, Kaisa. What? Do you think it's like illegal
yeah,
if I tell them they should put Cerberus AD carry and Stanley mid? Do you think I'll get in trouble for that one on stream, or do you think the
I
mods will come and smite me down?
I can't rule that out.
So I shouldn't do it, yeah?
It'd probably be safer not to,
Yeah.
supposedly, assumedly.
Hypothetically speaking.
Correct, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I I don't know. Looking at this game too, I really don't know what to expect because like Metabusters kind of like pulled away with game one, and I was sitting there thinking I was like, what exactly does Andromeda need to do differently to win game two? You know, like what do they need to do? What do they need to change to bring it back and bring us to game three? And I couldn't really put a finger on it. And now looking at what they chose to do in game two, looking at the drafts isn't really helping me make a decision on if they achieved that or not either. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel like they sort of didn't change anything in their draft. Like, you have Veen on a champion that wants to go in all the time, and then Arnya is running the exact same thing. You have Wei, which is just a long range mid laner, or long range AD carry that like throws spells permanently, and then Kaisa, who just also wants to do that if you go AP, but could be a normal ADC. And then you have Zillion to like try to revive one of those people who dies if they dive in. And then on the other side, Metabusters just decided, fuck it, we're gonna go whole hog, go full engage, and I think it's always easier to play the side of engage. But I guess if Zillion can play super cleanly, like I guess it's like really hard for Metabusters to play the game if he can just deny these resets from Jinx every single time, and that they just play out the fights for super long. But I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's
I
like
don't know. Is it is it too much to say that like that missed tempo from Bean was that? I mean, obviously it wasn't the whole game, right? But like, was that like with the objectives and the feats? Was that like enough to form like a cascading effect of them losing the objective
it,
feats?
it's close, but
Like,
I don't think so. I just think Metabusters had the read and just like played
I mean,
their the micro better. Like they just showed up at objectives first, and they just I don't know. They just didn't have the right read on all the objectives. Like they were constantly late to like some of these objectives, right? Like we saw it with Otacon as well. Like they just didn't have the read. I think.
yeah, I mean, I would say by the time of Otacon, like the game, like the tempo was like largely swung in their favor. I think that's
Yeah.
a bit different. That's a little bit different between being like, oh, you lost this 30 seconds here at like minute like 2.5, so now you lost feats and you don't get the boots anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah, it is very different. I don't know. They just didn't have the read on it a lot of times where they were trading for like different objectives and like it just didn't pay off for them. I don't know. I think they just had a little bit of a rough map read into Andromeda or not Andromeda into Metabusters, so I don't know.
Because I mean, Metabusters ended up getting the first tower to. Yeah, they got all three of the feats. You know, not necessarily that doesn't matter, but yeah, kind of just taking control of the game early on from what it seemed, and not really letting go of the steering wheel.
All right, as we have 20 seconds left, the game is loading in for me. So I will swap to the game here.
I do think that Andromeda has a lot more mixed damage this game.
Yeah,
We do see Phase Rush Darius.
yeah. Could be just
And the
meta
first strike
prioritization.
Kaisa mid. Doesn't Annie just like one shot this champion? I don't know
Yeah,
how this goes.
this means that they are going AP, which I think is worse for your comp. Like, I'm not sure, honestly. Like, God, it's so hard to read. Like, he has the first strike, so he wants to go this AP setup to go for poke, which I guess I don't know. I just dislike that the way that they executed on this. But give me 1 second. I cannot focus on this. Let me zoom out as well.
I do think that like you said, maybe swapping Stanley mid would have been gas, but alas, here we see the first strike Kaisa mid. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like I said before the game started,
Are you favoring Metabusters here?
I don't know how this is gonna go.
Okay, I'll say it with my chest. I think Metabusters is favored here. Jacob's game broke. The double pause is crazy, by the way. And he picked Let's Fucking Go. Yeah, I agree. That is pretty hype. I think the Annie pick into the Kaisa is really good if you know it's Kaisa mid. So I do like that. Willing to pick out a bit of a more niche champion into like a low range 80 carry. Uh, should be a little harder to deal with later on. I hovered earlier this season and willed it into existence. True. But yeah, early on, I
It's
think if
also just the perfect setup for a Mumu.
yeah, yeah, early on, if you can get into range with this Kaisa, who is kind of low range early, doesn't really get super long range until way later in the game when your old W evolve comes online.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's just like both. It feels like last game we were kind of like, oh yeah, Andromeda has buttons. They have Nautilus. They have Vi, and I don't know. It didn't really work out for them. But like Metabusters in this game, after winning game one, they come in and they have, I say, assumedly a really good mid lane matchup. They
yeah,
have Stav on a hyper carry, and both mid and bot lane have like go buttons. Like they have like one click like buttons first, like to set up for Jacob on a Mumu.
yeah, yeah. Definitely easy game. The real question mark for me in this game is going to be the Nefiri, because like Nefiri does have a lot of easy ways to dodge the Amumu engage. If you can kind of win this 1v1, it might be playable. I don't know. Like with the Zillion pair up, maybe we can cook here, but it just looks a little rough, dog. I don't know what to tell you, man. Also, am I dumb? Who is Swamp Menace in chat? Am I stupid? Someone call me dumb. Someone remind me who this is, please. I'm losing my mind here. Call me like a fake Scrim Zone fan or something. I don't know. I feel like Invested Jungle is just better here. I think Invested Jungle is also dog shit here. I don't know. Like there's so many like this move champion has no counters. I'm gonna be fucking for real with you. There's nothing you can really pick. It's just so OP. It's my alt account for my ass. Thank you, PB. Please don't.
I mean, I still think it's so. Metabusters banned Syndra, Bard, and Victor. So Darius was available to first pick. We could have picked Singed Jungle too. I'm just maybe
Wait,
Bean
was
just wanted
Singed
to
up?
try it out. Singed was up, Darius was up. They first picked Hui. I'm not sure why. Maybe Stav has Hui
Are
priority,
we scared of
but
Stavway? Are we really scared of Stavway? Genuinely.
I'm not sure. There's no way to know unless we're in their call with them. I don't think so. But
RA has literally never played Darius. I don't think taking it is in the cards. Yeah, but I think Darius jungle is just good blind, like unironically.
I mean, my point necessarily wasn't just the Darius; it was the fact that like Singed was up, Darius was up. Like Bean had options. Like he chose the Nefiri. Like yeah, they didn't first pick it; they first picked Way, but like he chose the Nefiri. So I'm just
Oh, W does find onto Bean, but the dogs just block the Nautilus hook because the pull comes out from Corn. Does manage to dodge the Jack's counter strike, and the Fury is just dead here. Flash coming out from Corn does manage to secure himself the first blood, and well played from Corn. Just starting the E, just looking for the super aggressive look from them, and
I mean, E start on Darius, W start on Jinx, committing the flashes.
a lot of
Well, both
resources
Jackson
burned. But
sums and the Darius flash. But yeah, I mean, the Fury goes down. I was gonna be like, they call him.
a Mumu
He's
starting Q is GG. Nah, this Champions Clear is so fucking broken. You don't understand. Stupid fucking
he's gonna hit
character.
level 2 and it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna move off, by the way. This champion's for fucking pigs. I don't know what to tell you, man. Evil character. I hope he dies alone, to be honest with you.
Okay, but I mean, Darius is late to lane, has E star.
Yeah, but does have the cloth armor, crucially. Could really matter in these trades, as Arya is going for the hook, or the E here. Does use the hook to cancel it out. Good pull by Corn as well. He'd be done with Raptors and Krugs by now if he started W. Who the fuck cares, dog? You're fucking a moo. Just hit 6 and do the same fucking thing, one shot every champion in the fucking video game because you have percentage shred on your passive, bro. Like,
I mean, it does
cringe
look like
character.
he's gonna get punished. Nefiri is like
Yeah. If he does manage to get the
checking.
blue side here as well, decent punish from Bean. Good read from him, but he could look for just a top lane gank here as well. Stop is getting traded on pretty aggressively. Good pull onto Corn once again. Does manage to hit the Q. Does proc the phase rush. Could just walk at him, as Jacob is here as well. But I don't think he gets anything, as he's just
They
going to
do
try to
spot
reset.
Jacob out though.
Yeah, Jacob is a little homeless this game, though. I fear it is going to be a while before he hits this level 6 spike, which is really crucial for how you want to play objectives on a Mumu. Does bot lane
I mean,
have the
Bean's gonna be
read?
able to
W
steal
does
two
bot side.
camps from him bot side.
Yeah, all that matters is if Bean has the read, or they have the read that Bean is here. As a flash hook, or a flash double Q comes out from Dad, as nothing really happens. Stav does get CC'd up, and good combo from
Oh,
Hue does manage to pick up another kill here, and Andromeda is clapping back, at least
either
a little
Stav
bit.
was at the unction or
Yeah.
he didn't anticipate the damage and
Yeah,
just got
Stav, you
popped with
gotta
both
come join
sums
us at the
up. But
unction, I guess, where we're leaving double sums up. Like, come on, bro. Be so for real.
uh, I mean, I guess good look from Andromeda, even
Yeah.
up the kill score.
Yeah. Definitely good proactive look from Andromeda, just trying to play as aggressively as possible, try to get themselves in this game a little bit earlier. As we can see, Jacob is just wandering the map, homeless little mummy boy, as he should be. Does Core have Scorch? That's crazy. I guess he does have Phase Rush, though. Does try to want to get this early game damage in, as both junglers are going to be here, potentially meeting here at this blue, so could be a real meeting of the minds moment. But
I mean, RDA has level lead, and I mean,
mana
Corn has no
advantage.
mana.
Wait, Bean just assumed his blue side was gone. Huh. What a fascinating game in terms of pathing. Could be a kill angle onto the Amumu here. Arnie does need to play a little bit cautious here as Jacob is just going to start channeling his back instead. Could still be a kill here. E coming out from Arnie. Good pull from Corrin, does manage to get the phase rush proc. The grass proc does come out. Does have to burn the ghost, but flash from Arnie coming out. And the Q coming out from the Amumu to save his life!
Oh my goodness. It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. How
Yeah,
they're just like
as
running around.
they might be dying bot lane in exchange. Good double bomb. Bean does go under tower, and Jacob, or not Jacob, Stav does crucially manage to have enough range to pick up that kill. Well played from Stav here, trading 1-for-1, and just maybe he held the subs for a reason. Maybe we shouldn't send him to the unction just yet.
True.
As Stanley is going to go a little bit deep fishing for the Hui snipe, but holding sums worked, true.
Yeah, no, I feel like we're at the point where Annie is 6, and it's like if Kaisa wants to walk up,
It's over.
yeah.
Lane is over. I don't know, but you can see like this Amumu champion, it literally just does not matter what gold you're on, what camps you're on. You fucking 1v1 people with your double Q and just fucking roll people. Like, stupid character. Arrow Master's degree coming in clutch. So true, dog.
So what? Metabusters has the kill feats, and no one has taken an objective yet.
Yeah. But kill feats are make it so easy. Like you can give first tower, or you can get first objective, or you can give a couple different objectives just to like try to leverage your way into like a better position where you have like ultis and stuff where you don't have to feel so desperate to fight for these feats. I don't think you should regardless, but like no, not having to play so aggressively with the feats pressure off of you is like a pretty big deal. IMO. I wonder what build Bean goes for here as well. He's been tending towards the Eclipse. Have you seen the Fimble Winter Jax build, perchance? Do you think Arnie ever goes that? I don't think so, right? Because he won't have the damage.
I haven't seen it. I don't think Arnie's gonna build it.
I think I've asked you this question earlier today, have I not?
I think it might have been yesterday, but I'm not sure.
The unction strikes again, I fear, but
The Dimension, I don't know.
true.
Selective memory.
True. That's my specialty, I guess. Scrim zone, more like pause zone, am I right? So true. We'll be here a little bit.
Yeah, sorry guys. We're trying to come up with stuff to yap about.
We're sponsors. How do you pull up that page, by the way? I don't have the
What
pause.
page? You don't have it?
Yeah, it's just a blank screen for me. Let me see if I can find it on
Oh.
the Scrim Zone website.
You might just have to like generate assets again, or like go to the asset generator and scroll and just grab the specific one.
Hold on, let me see if I can just.
I mean, shit, we've been paused for 7 minutes. Or it's a collective 30 minutes. Okay, we're unpaused. We're unpaused right
Oh yeah, we are unpaused. Oops. Anyways.
Yeah, Kaisa can't walk up. That's where we were at. Objectives spawning.
Yeah, as they do have the read that they can't be here for this dragon, so they go for it. With the pride that they have. I do like this, but this means that they're just going to try to trade for grubs here. I guess.
Oh, I got you, Menace of the Swamp.
As we are going to get the dragon here. The Nautilus is up here as well, crucially for these grubs, so they can get extra manpower here. Corn does manage to
Yeah,
get the
no,
phase rush, walk behind him. Arnie does. Ooh, good flash from Arnie. Or that was, I don't know. Ulti doesn't manage to kill.
Arnier didn't have flash. Jackson flashed to confirm the auto for the root after his
Yeah.
hook missed.
Yeah, you're correct. I don't like that flash, but whatever. It works, I guess. Kind of. Get scrubs? Question mark.
I mean, I think if Darius was able to squeeze in one more auto, maybe decided to just YOLO it and press R because he thought Counter Strike was about to be back up. I wasn't sure of the Counter Strike cooldown, but I mean, it looked like one more auto and killed.
Yeah, I
But
believe
when you're
you.
going Tiamat, look into this Bramble Vest here. I don't know if you're doing enough damage after the
Can you unchug capture
Nautilus
cursor
hook
in the
misses.
display capture? Yeah, sure, I got you. Let me see if I can find it first. Uh, how's that? Can you see it now? Did it work?
I think we could still. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah, we just see
I'll just keep the cursor off
Kaisa.
screen.
Kaisa walked up, and Annie didn't even know her.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she did R. I did. I didn't see the duration and thought she didn't. Okay, yeah, she did R.
Yeah,
But so yeah,
Nefiri
she
is
walked up and Annie
topside.
R'd.
Good flash from
Yep.
Corrin dodging out the Jack stun, and yeah, there's just no play up here after that.
Yeah, it was Andromeda's turn to make a play topside.
And
Uh,
nothing happened. Yeah.
well, I mean, Jax didn't have flash to burn on Metabuster's turn, so I mean, Korn getting his flash burned is something.
Yeah. Ooh, does have ulti
In
here. Does hit
fact,
the Q
yeah,
onto Stanley. Is going to be locked up till the next century, by the way. Ulti coming out from Andromeda here, but just walking behind him, trying to make sure that you can threaten the second Q. Ulti comes out from Dad, but does manage to pick up the Nautilus here. Could manage to pick up two, as Jacob does also drop super low and a double kill for Dad. What an ultimate, by the way. Holy shit. I thought that play would have gone better for Andromeda or for Metabusters, but really good ulti usage from Stanley here. Really getting max
I mean
value
that's
out of
also the
the
power of the Zillion.
Zillion.
Look at Doctor Dad go.
Yeah, holy shit.
He's
He's
gonna
done so
kill
much
this
damage.
Jinx.
That's crazy. The Zillion beast, bro.
Yeah, I mean Stanley comes and picks it up. I don't know if he needed him, but Logan or Korn really in a dangerous position here.
Ulti comes
Probably
out.
just dead.
He
Yeah.
comes out, yeah. Well played from Andromeda. Really finding their groove here in this second game. Ulti coming out from Cerberus. Doesn't manage to pick up the kill. It goes over to Bean, but I don't know why we didn't just wait for Zillion ult to end. I feel like they felt pressured to try to kill them on the respawn, because I feel like they might be able to walk away with the Zillion move speed. It's a hard spot to play in that fight, so I don't blame them too much.
I don't know. I mean Andromeda is up like 1,000 gold, but in terms of like actual like map advantages, I don't think they're really like ahead. I think both teams
Yeah.
are really kind of just in the same position at the moment.
Yeah, definitely just waiting for these objectives to respawn. Just trying to get these 6 grubs. Potentially for or Metabusters. Jacob does have ulti here, potentially. Good look for this fight. Definitely hard to play around a Moomold in these fights if you can get the double Q on. Jacob is here up top lane. Alright, does manage to get slowed. Q coming out. Good Q from the Amumu. Does burn the Jax ulti, so Arnya could be a lot less tanky for this ultimate, as Ticini is just dropping the ultimate, doing so much damage to Cyrus, but is not able to manage this solo kill.
Well, sometimes I mean that's all you really need. I mean, you
Yeah.
see Sarvis dropping low, Grubs are about to be up. Jax just used ult. Like, I mean, that's like two really important factors that are going to stop Andromeda from contesting topside
Yeah,
for
Grubs
these
is
six
here.
Grubs.
Tusini is still going to look for Cyrus. Bean is still in the wings looking to gank onto Tusini, and this should just be another kill onto the Nefiri here, but they should be able to just get the Grubs for Metabusters, and 6 Grubs is going to be a little tricky to deal with, so as they did also rotate the Nautilus up here for this, but I don't know if you really needed to. It could just be another play on top side. Q Flash coming out from the Nautilus. Ulti comes out, and this should just be a dead Arnye as he Qs out. Ulti comes out from the Darius and the Amumu just to lock him up, and another kill going on to Metabusters. 3 ultis burned for that one pick, and they do still lose the dragon, so
Yeah, but I mean, you see them, they make that top play, so they're really happy that that worked out.
Yeah.
As they're just content to go 2-2 in this objective feat scoreline after they were able to secure the 3 kill feat first, so they're kind
Yeah.
of chilling. I mean, Darius just like took out like this tower is almost like gone down to less than one plate, so they're close to first tower as well.
Yeah. If they can get first tower, we can ignore all the objectives. They do get feats off of it, so I hope he doesn't greed for this. He could die for it if he tries to greed
I
for
don't
it
think he's going
first.
for the tower. I think he just gets the wave in.
Yeah.
If that, he barely. Oh, Jax is going to look to freeze it.
Could be a really nasty freeze if Jacob doesn't come up and break it.
Yeah, I mean, top tower is low, mid tower is low. I think the only low Metabuster's tower is that bot lane tower as well.
Yeah. Stanley and Dad have sort of just been wailing on it, so. Ooh, good slow onto
Okay.
Stav here. Does manage to whiff. Stanley is looking for the damage, but is getting zoned by the Nautilus. The Jinx is sort of just free firing onto him. Ulti comes out from Stanley, but doesn't manage to connect. And just a few too many missed abilities from
Oh, look at Jusini roaming
Andromeda.
top,
Ooh, ulti comes out. I don't know if he can kill Arnya. It's just using it to
but
sort
they're
of
getting the
tank, trying to
tower.
get the tower. Korn does manage to get the demolish strike. Does manage to get the first tower, but crucially, 3 members of Andromeda are here. Ulti comes out from Cyrus trying to pick up Korn, but just doesn't have the attack speed. But the auto comes out anyways, and Cyrus does manage to pick up the kill as we go into a pause. Pause once again. Pause, pause, pause. Do we have sponsors? Can I show this? Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
it doesn't
mean,
show.
they're able to pick up the feat with the first blood tower, but I mean, it looks like Logan went down, Korn went down, but I don't know how this top fight is going to go. It's 2v2 right now, but Arnye can't really join, so it shouldn't become a different numbers game. But we do see the Amumu Q, the bandage toss landing on the Kaisa. Bean is still in here with his dogs.
Yeah, ulti comes
The
out from
Amumu ult does come
Amumu.
down, but I don't. Oh,
Yeah,
it is
good
enough to
W from
disengage,
Sarv.
but the W from Kaisa is enough to pick up Tusini on the back end. So I mean, two for 0, 0 for
Yeah,
2, I guess is what you would call that. But you get the towers for the feet, so
yeah.
I don't know. Is that worth? I think it's worth. I mean, at the end of that, they're down like 1.5k gold. So I mean, and they've got Jinx scaling. So fuck it.
Yeah, and the shoes are pretty good as a later game upgrade. Just like the little extra shield, the little extra move speed could be very valuable for their team later on. As it is going to be a 0-3 for the Annie. The Kai'Sa is sort of just kicking her ass, bro. I don't know.
But I think Service has just had some really intelligent roams. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's really been like straight 1v1 mid lane action that's caused what we've seen here.
Yeah. He has just opted into cheating, I guess, as
If anything, I mean, Annie's 0-3, but Annie's up CS and
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Service's tower looks worse for wear, so.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I don't know. Corn still looking to just try to push his advantage as hard as possible in the bot lane. Does manage to dodge the counter strike. Good pull, pulling him back in after the counter strike goes down. Q comes out from the Darius. The ulti does get, or the 5-hit passive does get fully stacked, but I don't think they can do anything with it as Nautilus looks for a kill, but doesn't get anything here.
Yeah, I mean, Metabusters getting feats doesn't take away from the fact that while Metabusters does have the 6 grubs, Andromeda has 2 dragons
Yeah,
already.
yeah, definitely a little
As
squishy.
we do
Ulti
see
comes out
us.
from Stanley. Does manage to get stunned up by the zillion bombs and another kill. coming out for the side of Andromeda here.
Yeah, I mean, Stav will be up before this dragon is,
Yeah, so we'll have to see
but
if they want to fight for it. Jacob is going to face check here, and Bean is just waiting in the wings with his support. Does manage to pick up the Moo here. And it should just be a free dragon for the side of Andromeda. And you see what happens when they're first on these objectives. Dad is locked the fuck in. Just playing so well on this Zillion. Super hard to punish with the ulti as well. So, what an insane player, I think.
yeah, I would say the dad is really, really putting in the most work so far.
Yeah. So we will see where they go for this objective. Could be Herald, could be Third Dragon. Really anyone's game, really.
If you're Andromeda, I think you're prioritizing this dragon, but
Yeah, I would agree. It's a, what? An Infernal Soul? That's so good
yeah,
for you
Infernal
guys.
Soul.
You have so much poke damage. Just getting that little bit of extra AP should be really good. It looks like Andromeda
Yeah.
is just going to pick up this dragon for free as well.
Well, Metabusters is trading the Rift Herald.
Oh, they are. You're right. Holy shit.
I mean, they did leave Stav bot lane.
Yeah, stop it. It's just going to get dove onto by the Kaisa. So it's going to be 1 for 0 plus.
I don't know what I
1
just
for 1
watched
plus
on my
0.
screen, but I think our name might still just go down.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be jumping into the Darius there, but it is what it is, I guess. Does manage to get the tier 2 tower for the side of Metabusters.
Yeah, I
Putting a
mean,
lot of
6
gold back in your
grubs makes the
pocket.
towers go down really fast. And yeah, I mean, Corn really being the strong point for Metabusters here. I mean, they've kind of been shifting their resources to kind of play around him a
Yeah.
little bit with Tusini roaming for that top tower play
Mm-hmm.
to get the feats, and then Stav got caught out because Jackson, partially because Jackson was playing topside here, and they did get that tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
It's really for Metabusters. I think it's really kind of just a question of
Oh, Stanley just goes
how
in with the ulti, by the way.
intelligently.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
one, you got to avoid that. Two, I think Tusini has to like play really well with a Mumu and Darkness to kind of just play as like a setup bot,
Yeah.
and we need Stav to turn on at some point. He only has one item right now on the Jinx. We're not but 20 minutes into this game yet, so
Yeah.
still has time to cook a little bit, marinate.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
we need Stav to turn on if we want Metabusters to start seeing a change in their trajectory.
Yeah. As Andromeda is just going to drop the Herald mid, trying to grab this easy extra tower. Could be two.
We're dropping a little low.
Yeah. Darius having to burn the ghost. Does manage to kill off the Ornn. Could potentially kill off the Darius here, but nothing really comes of it. Good job.
I mean,
They're just
Jacob goes
utilizing their
down.
poke so well to try to pick off members. They do manage to pick off the Zillion here. Yeah. As I do manage to pick off this last top tier too for the side of Andromeda. Ulti comes out from Stav though. Does manage to pick up 1 kill in response. Is a big shutdown for the young AD carry, but so it looks like Stav is just getting every single wave under the sun, trying to make him as big as possible. I do kind of like that though. Just making sure your ADC does get these kills, does go God mode at some point, so you have a chance in this game. So
Yeah, I mean that is what we said we need to see. Korn really, I mean, with his full armor right now, really kind of just getting pelted by Hui abilities. I mean, Hui's on 2.5 items. I mean,
yeah,
he will heal up on this Otacon that they're doing.
Yeah.
but starting it kind of weird. The Otacon debuff is pretty strong, with a strong magic. Well, I guess it shreds magic resist and armor. But yeah,
Yeah.
starting the Otacon and then here, like this fight is really huge.
Yeah, good ulti from the Amumu. Could be a play for them, but the Hui ulti comes out and Bean is just too big, and the Hui ulti is just taking down over and over. Looks like they're just going to get wiped from the side of Metabusters. Well played from them, just baiting out this ruinous Autocon and getting the free kills.
Yeah, I mean, both Sarveris and Stanley at the point. I mean, also, I mean, alongside being, yeah, they're kind of just at the point through Zillion support where they're just super strong, and the Otacon debuff doesn't help all that much. But I don't,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times it hit him. It only stacks like one time, like one per time that he hits you. Like it goes up a high amount, but they weren't on it very long, so I don't know if it really played that big of a role. I think Andromeda is just at a point where they're just that far ahead in their pockets. We're looking at a 6K gold lead at 22 minutes, so pretty massive lead.
Yeah.
And also, when you factor in stats from Dragons, yeah, I mean they've got a lot of extra numbers. About to pick up this soul too.
Yeah, as Feral Drake would be super big for them. The Soul would be so good. You have so much long range to get these Infernal procs off on enemy teams, so just such a handy soul for them as well.
Yeah, I don't know what their strat needs to be to slow the game down and get Stav some more resources, but whatever helps them do that, that needs to be the game plan, I think.
Yeah.
Rungus Shangwan mean mugging them there, I guess.
Yeah. Jinxstar was so close to picking up two there. Yeah, it was pretty close. As another pause is coming out. Holy shit. Jackson is just having so many issues this game. Not even in game,
Yeah,
just PC issues I fear.
I don't want to call this one also because I partially because I held off on like trying to call game one, but it kind of feels like we've got like two like one sided games back to back.
Yeah. As the game is a little frozen here, but can we get back into the game, please?
Don't tell me we'll have to.
No,
Oh,
okay. Korn
there we
is
go.
1v1ing the Arnya with Otacon here. Don't know if that's going to go well for him, but Cine is dropping the ult onto Sarvers. The ulti coming out. W does manage to drop him, but does just flash W for the kill onto the Kaisa. 200 gold into his pocket.
They'll probably want you to click off the little
Oh yeah,
checklist
you're right,
thing
you're right. Thank
again.
you. Does it bother you, or is that just them?
I just knew the comment was probably going to come at some point, seeing as how we're probably going to get a game three. So I was like,
Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right. It bothers me. Sorry, Coffee. I'll do better. Sorry. For you, not for them. My favorite rioter, you know? Anyways, Q clears the wave here for Corn. It's kind of just a wait to see for who wants to go for Baron. It really should be Andromeda. They have a lot of damage with their comp, so should just be a pretty easy Baron rush for them. Jinx is still sort of waiting to get online with 2 items, so
I mean, look at Stanley. Stanley has 3 items. He's sitting on the death cap, and Jinx hasn't completed a second item.
Jinx is not even on the Infinity Edge. The soy components for IE versus the Chad Deathcap, I guess. Is that anything? But yeah, looks like they are just gonna start walking towards the Baron at 25 minutes. There is a potential kill angle for them, but they do just spot it out with the blue ward. Good blue ward for the side of
And look at the
Metabusters.
zone
Oh my gosh, the
control.
Zillion just zooming at him. Holy shit, this is an engaged Zillion. Ulti comes out, does manage to stun up Stanley, but I don't think they can get anything else here.
Yeah,
Stav is
I
going to
mean,
try
like
to
they
pick up.
use. Oh yeah, like they use the Zillion ultimate, but through Hui and this like poke Kaisa, they're able to like get vision and poke for like a lot of damage, and then Zillion just walks up through fog of war, slows them, throws bombs on them, and they just have like really control in the jungle and really good poke.
Yeah, it looks like they are just going to start the dragon. Corn does manage to pick up a kill here, does give the Jinx the reset. I don't know
Yeah,
if they
they're
can play
very
this fight out
low.
though. But like I don't think it matters. No one on their team can contest. Corn is gonna flash in, goes for the phase rush. Oh my gosh, the huge Q comes out. The ulti doesn't manage to pick anyone up though. And doesn't manage to get anyone started with a really good W, just cleaning up the back end of that fight. Almost clean from Corn, but it is what it
Yeah,
is. Also, I just didn't know you could backspace rewind, like no one taught me that, so let's relax guys. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I think if anything, what I feel is I feel just a little bit sad for Corn here. He
Yeah.
was in this kind of like pretty much like one-sided Andromeda game right after the one-sided Metabusters game.
Yeah.
Corn was like the one like really bright like shining light in this game for Metabusters, but his setup just like with his build and like this phase rush setup, if he had anything other than D shield start phase rush Darius there, I think he cleans up in that fight. I'm not gonna lie to you,
You
or
think
at
so?
least gets the Zillion and can look for an angle. Yeah. I think so.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. You're the Darius expert here. Yeah, it is just hop, skip, and a jump to lethal, just seeing where they can get their win in. But
I mean, like look at that Kaisa W.
yeah, it just does so much damage. Like, I guess Tusini wasn't able to just kill him solo in lane like we thought, and Xarv did sort of just get away with playing this long range scaling character into it, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in the game three lobby already. Like we're waiting.
Oh, really? We're waiting for me?
We're no, I'm saying
Oh,
like we're just waiting for Andromeda to close out this game. Like I don't really know if Metabusters has
oh my
a way back
gosh.
into this. I mean, Stanley's kind of caught out right here, even with the
Yeah.
Zillion coming down.
Ulti
But I
comes
mean, I
out,
think
but I don't know if they just Stav cannot get any more resets. The Fury goes in, but is
that's
so
a triple
unkillable. Holy
kill.
shit!
Can we get the pentakill? The Neferi jungle pentakill?
No, Stav
No.
already took a kill, Quadra, and they just end the game here. Well
Uh,
played for Andromeda here in the second game. I thought Metabusters had the better draft, but I think they just outhands them in every spot. So
yeah. Who do you think?
it's dad. It's dad. It's dad. It's so dad. It's so dad. Watch how you played this fucking game, by the way. Holy fucking Christ.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say. I was just curious if as I was curious if you had any.
Oh no no no!
But yeah,
I
I think
watched him deny like 8 different kills on the fucking. Nah, bro, it's dad. It's dad. He plays it like he played this champion like an engaged champion for them. It was insane, by the way. Like holy shit. Well played to dad. Super insane game from him. So as we are going
yeah,
to get
really
into
really
the
strong
third
showing on the
game.
Zillion champion. But yeah, I don't. I think the draft for Andromeda looked harder to execute on paper,
Yeah.
but I guess they just turned it on for game two, and really wanted to bring you guys a banger.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're about to get ready for draft for game three.
Do we know if there's any changes to the roster, or is it Fuja out for all 3 games?
I have no idea. I
Any
assume
updates?
Fuja would be out for all three games, but I could be wrong.
Core- Do you think they swap Jacob off of jungle at this point, or are they just gonna keep running this roster?
I mean, I don't know if the players in those positions were necessarily the. Well, I mean, do you think that was an issue for them in the
I
second game?
I don't know. I think Jacob got kind of. No, I don't want to say gapped, but he got a little gapped by being in the second game. Not to say that like
Was that
he
was that
didn't play
because of
worse,
the
but
the matchup that he got drafted, or was that because of his play?
I think it might have been his play. I don't know. Like I think the matchup is playable. Like it's hard because you can block the Q, but you can still get pretty close. I don't know. It's like does potentially Jackson have a better pool for jungle? Because it's like Jacob has only ever really played a Mumu and Volibear. Maybe there's like another champion that they can unlock if they put Jackson jungle. I don't know. We'll
I
have to
mean,
see.
maybe it's the game three Nunu Hill, bro.
True, true. Actually, Nunu is a really good champion right now. I would like to see them try it out, as I am currently attempting to do assets while being diseased in the head.
That's all right. If they start up draft before you get ready, or if they start draft before you're ready. Okay, they just started draft, by the way.
Okay, okay.
We do see Metabusters starting off with a zillion ban. They also recognize that Dad was the MVP of Game 2.
Yeah.
And we see Andromeda leading
Just
off
swap
with
the team.
a Vayne and Twitch ban. We will probably see a Nyla ban around phase one selections here, similar to Game 2, as we see Victor and Bard to round out Metabusters phase one bans.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys, to do the assets. I'm really sorry. I'm not fully awake today, but we will get there eventually.
But instead, we see the Syndra banned away. So Nyla is up, and we see Darius first picked again into the Hui response. I'm having into the Jax. I'm having deja vu.
I mean, it worked in one of the games and it worked in the other, so I don't know. Maybe it just keep bashing your head into the wall and see if it works, you know?
I have been in this place before.
True. Do I swap back? Okay, there we go. Is that right? No, I didn't swap the teams. Oh well, the names are right at least. I'll finish swapping it in the champions, but are you just caulking the walls or laying down some pipe? So true.
I can't believe an administrator, a moderator of this Twitch channel is making lewd jokes and remarks in the Twitch chat. Someone smite him.
True. Dude, I was prepared, I promise, for game one. Just I it's really hard adjusting on the fly like this. I'm sorry. I haven't casted or I haven't done this correctly a lot of times, so here we are. As it is gonna just
All
be
right.
Jacob on Amumu again, and they are just gonna pick this Singed here.
Okay, it's Stav. Well, we can't neglect Stav on the hyper carry roulette. He's played the Vayne. He's played the Jinx. Now he's on Kog'Maw. But yeah, we do see the Singed jungle locked in.
I think this is his first game on the Singed Jungle actually that he's gotten it, so
I feel like he's played it one other game
yeah,
before.
Metabusters is blue side. I forgot to swap the icons. I'm sorry. I just couldn't get it done in time, so that's
Oh
on
yeah,
me,
guys,
but
Metabusters is blue side.
yeah.
Um,
Because it is going to be Nami Lulu ban for Metabusters, just trying to disable these Kog'Maw champions. They did leave the what's it called, the Milio, so I don't know. They still have an option there, but
Holy shit! If this is the Elise Way bot lane, bro,
are we really this scared of the Elise? We have like three
with
AP
the with
characters.
this
We
with the
cannot, we
Singe
cannot. This is not
jungle,
real. This is
bro,
not real. This is not a real hook.
with the Singe jungle, come on.
Metabuster Stanley surely is interesting. Yeah, I just have the wrong fucking teams on the wrong sides. It's okay. It's gonna be the Renata for Metabus, or not Metabusters, for Andromeda. Is this gonna be? Yeah. So this should be Dad Renata.
No, bro, this is where Stanley gets the white Guma Yushi, bro. He locks in a Felios
You think so?
for sharks.
Okay, as they just default back to the Casio. It didn't work for them last time. I hope to see Tusini have a little bit of more agency. Like, try to play the game a little more aggressively earlier on. Galio would go crazy here. Yeah,
I
maybe.
agree.
Seraphine.
Oh, is this another Kaisa mid?
As it looks like it is going to be the Kaisa mid as well. Interesting. Seraphine support with Kaisa mid. Well, do you think he goes AD Kaisa here mid? Or do you think they do the lane swaps that I've been talking about? Do you think they bamboozled me game 1 and now they're gonna do the ultra bamboozle game 2?
I don't think they're gonna lane swap.
Is
If
it
they
not
didn't do
correct
it
here?
game 2, I don't think they're gonna do it game 3.
Hold on, let me get this shit swapped up. I'm sorry guys. A little bit of a scuff stream, but it happens. Alright. Darius. Jacob is on a Mumu.
I mean, I guess is this not just kind of a redo of Andromeda's game 2 draft, just with Zillion replaced? And I guess what Bean isn't on the Fury, he's on a tankier pick for them.
Uh, Sorry, give me 1 sec. I cannot divert any thought from completing this draft, otherwise my fucking brain will explode.
No, yeah, you're good. I'm also kind of just I'm talking at Twitch chat as well.
Okay.
I'm yapping,
No,
sir.
you're good. That's our job, I think, here today. Kaisa.
Certified yapper.
Yeah. Way and Renata.
I don't know. With Seraphine's a really good enchanter, and having her buff up Cassiopeia and Kog'Maw, I don't really know how much back I feel like it might almost come down to how good Andromeda's poke is against the front line of Metabusters, because I don't think they really have good backline access to the Cassiopeia and Kog'Maw with their comp. So they almost just have to fight it front to back
I think I got it swapped correctly.
without
No, I did not.
like
Oh
a
well.
DPS threat, I
What?
think.
Hold on. Okay,
What are
it
you
did swap.
asking?
Hold on. It did swap, right?
You're streaming the client right now.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm looking at something right now. Did it not swap? What did I do wrong here?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get the client to look correct. That's my bad. Hold on. Mythbuster's supposed to be on red side, right? Or blue side.
Metabusters is blue side.
Okay. Hold on. Switch. Still hasn't swapped. What the fuck? Hold on. I'll need to remake the assets. Give me like 5 seconds, guys.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I really don't know how like these teams really match up against each other like early, I guess. I mean, I feel like topside, I feel like Darius Amumu should be stronger than Jackson Singed, but if Amumu doesn't land his bandage tosses, then I feel maybe that can turn it. So maybe Singed and Jax could be stronger. I don't know. Mid, Amumu and Cassiopeia, Singed and Kaisa. I feel like Andromeda is stronger there. Maybe Cassiopeia can lock down Kaisa with her pool, but I don't know. With both teams have access to grounds mid lane, so that could be a toss up. And then bot lane, Kog'Maw and Seraphine, I feel like is pretty. Hui and Renata are kind of just gonna poke you down, and I feel like Kog'Maw and Seraphine don't really mind poke all that much. So yeah, I think it'll just come down to individual play and like the choices on where they decide to exert pressure is how this early game will go.
Do you think Metabusters has the full AP problem?
No, I mean they have Darius and Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw does magic damage, right? But I mean he's
Yeah.
doing like percent health damage, right?
Yeah.
So I guess depending on what build he goes, but I mean Kog'Maw's doing like percentage points of your HP bar per auto attack guaranteed, and Darius does physical damage. So
Did this work? Okay, there we go.
you're also kind of
Thank
as
God.
Andromeda, you're kind of in a game where you're trying to decide between tabbies and merc treads, and
Yeah.
there's valid points for both of them. Like you want both boots.
Alright, sorry guys. We did manage to get it to work. My bad, dog. Sorry, we got it fixed, guys. It's yeah. Anyways, whatever, dog. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think either team is like a. I think these drafts are a little more even this time around. I don't know. Neither team really wants to play like Amumu is like obviously the really easy big go in button, but yeah, it's hard to play like a engage comp into Singe. Like he does such a good job as a disengage character that he can sort of just walk through their entire team. But I feel like on the draft for Andromeda, like the other team is so incentivized to just build AP, no, or build MR, no? Like Force of Nature goes insano mode here, does it not?
Yeah, I mean I think it does. I don't know. I think that these team comps are really just going to come down to individual play.
Yeah.
Like it really could just go either way.
As we are gonna get into game, do you think we see any first blood shenanigans? Any sneaky invades?
No, we haven't seen one so far, really. So
5 point yawn, 5 point hongshu, 5 point me.
we are seeing the phase rush come out from Corn on the Darius again.
You said you're a phase rush anti on Darius. You should just go conk every game.
I don't know. I've never really played Phase Rush Darius. I personally don't like Phase Rush. I think Phase Rush is dumb.
Like as a rune or just like on
Yeah,
Darius?
I think Phase Rush is dumb. I don't think it should be in the game. But
Varied, varied. He did offer the exact same setup again, Dorn Shield and Phase Rush, so maybe he just knows something about the match if you don't. I don't know. I do kind of agree with you. I feel like if you have the Conqueror, you can kind of just outbox the Jax instead of trying to play for like being able to dodge the E, which I don't know. It's like close, I guess. Isveen is opting to start Raptors. Jacob is gonna just start his red, try to clear upwards, maybe towards this Jax again. Are starting E, looking for the aggressive trade level 1. Darius gets the W off and just trading back, trying to get some aggressive autos here as he has the potion going. I don't think either one of I think they hit two at the same time, but Stav on the
yeah,
ground
I
now.
mean, starting W on Darius when Jack starts E can be rough because you kind of have to like keep
Like,
permanently hitting the wave.
thank you, Noam, for banning this heretic. Kill him with hammers, thank you. As he does get hooked in. Like, the Kog'Maw damage is pretty large, especially when he has the W going. Sarvis is probably just going to go the AP build with the first strike again. Good hook. Gets the phase rush. Going for the short trade. I don't know. You get like this trade that looks really good, but like, don't you want to just keep autoing him after that? Like, why do you want that phase rush proc there? No?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Counter Strike is about to come up, so it's not really like the biggest thing. But I mean, they're just kind of like it's like Halo Blades, where like you don't necessarily really control. Like if you're hitting your the thing eventually, like just like Halo Blades, and so you don't really control when you get the movement speed benefit. Really, if you're
Yeah.
just like fighting your opponent, but
Q comes out. Does manage to connect. Yeah. Arnya does.
especially like in this Jax matchup, like where you're mainly like you're like an auto attacking person.
Yeah.
So you're not going to stack the phase rush into the counter strike. So it's like if he's on you, if you're taking phase rush to dodge the counter strike, if he's on you with counter strike and you don't already have phase rush procced and are moving away from him, you're probably not dodging the counter strike because you can't auto him to stack your phase rush. You have to use an ability.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's such so weird. Bean is here. Good luck for a gank onto Tusini here. Whole lot of nothing happening. Is just gonna try to help his mid laner
Just
push.
singed running around.
He's just hanging out, dog. He is doing the classic. This is like a really fun clear I've been doing on a lot of. Does Tiamat count for phase rush proc? Because you can EQ Tiamat and phase rush run proc away. Yes, it does count for phase rush proc. I don't know if that's like the most optimal way to play this matchup though. I don't know. That's mostly what I've been critiquing here. Is just maybe he knows something I don't, but I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. Like I'm gonna be real. I've been seeing so like I like to go Spirit Trojan Rush, especially when I see two like melee tops, like jungle top are melee,
Yeah.
and like with the Arcane Arcanist rune, because like I don't know if I'm Darius, my job isn't really to get on this way and Kaisa and kill them through Renata. Like my job is to
Kill frontline.
not let Jackson Singed be frontline for free.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can we
But we
zoom
do
in a little bit?
see, I
Yeah, sure.
mean, Logan, I mean, Jax has no flash to get out now. We
Oops, sorry.
no ultimate available, so not going to be able to confirm the kill.
Yeah, it does get a really
Very
good trade though, as Jacob is starting the dragon here. Is sort of just able to pick this up because of the bot lane power that he has. Bean doesn't know that he's on it. Might know now though. Stav is just playing really aggressively here. I feel like he's just gonna rush Wit's End in this matchup, right? Like that's what these items in his inventory signal to me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I almost kind of feel like Stav kind of feels like he has to play aggressive because, I
Yeah.
mean, speaking of aggressive,
Ooh, good
you
hook from
see Corn
Corn.
hit level 6 first topside, no counter strike for Jax, no flash either. This was blown to
Ooh,
that
ulti
last
comes
play. I
out,
don't think
but
he's going to go down though to the bleed.
yeah. Like, do you not get that exact same play with Conqueror? You just, I don't know, don't you have the same move speed? I'm harping too much on this, aren't I? I need to just drop it. Anyways, Mumu did get a really good Dragon Sneak. Could potentially go for the. I don't think you can keep up with Conk. Can you? You have Phage there, no? Or did he just get that? He just got that. I think you still can. I don't know. Like, don't you have W going there? Did he get it off?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got it off. Like, I feel like
I feel like he
I feel
should
like
just
you
keep
don't
up
need the
there.
phase rush, but that's just me.
Well, anyways, bot lane, Seraphine has rotated up for the grubs. Does manage to pick up the first two objectives, and this is sort of going harkening back to the first game on the first game here, where you get the first two objectives as the Meta Busters here, and kind of putting yourself in a very solid position here to get first feats. So
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the first two games kind of like bloodbaths. This game, I mean, we're almost 8 minutes in and we still haven't seen first blood.
yeah, we're playing
So
very
definitely a more reserved play from both sides.
yeah, as we are hitting up the wave, potentially going for this kill. It does manage to charge the Q into the E as well. I mean, to be fair, Corn is doing a very good job input buffering his Qs before the Jack stun connects. Like, he's playing this matchup really well. So,
Oh, I mean, if you're really good with the timing, you can do that same thing with W.
oh really?
Yeah, you can make it to where yeah, you're stunned by Counter Strike, but like as he's using the Counter Strike, you hit W. So when he ends it, your W goes through and slows him and gets a bleed stack on him, like
Huh?
for most of your stun duration.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. I'm like a average at best Darius player, so as yeah, not much is really happening here. Singed hasn't really found a gank opportunity. Amumu is sort of just out farming him just by virtue of being a bit of a stronger champion in terms of farming ability. So wait, what happened? The CS lead mid is crazy. Yeah, Tusini is sort of silently just building a very sizable CS lead as another play coming out bot lane. Good Q from Jacob here. Does burn Dr. Dad's flash and is just going to keep walking at the 80 carry here. Could potentially pick up two here, and this could be a really big pickup for the side of Meta Busters. Good flip from Bean, though. Does manage to pick up Tusini, and Sarvers does get one kill back in response. Good play from them. Bot lane does manage to pick up the advantage because it is 2 kills to 1, but at least a trade back is something for the side of Andromeda.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the CS difference mid lane, but able to clear that up a little bit. I mean, Cassiopeia is going to TP available as she
Could just hold it
respawns, but
for a
able
second right
to
there.
even up the CS lead a little bit and
Yep,
pick up
the
that
TP
kill
trade.
gold.
Yeah.
Still no kill feeds confirmed though.
Yep,
Three.
definitely could be
I
one
feel like
more.
every other game has been like a kill or more a minute. This one, where
3 kills in.
yeah,
At 10 minutes. That's crazy.
Adam
Ulti
Stanley
comes
putting down a
out
lot of work on the tower.
from Jackson here. The stop does still have enough damage to kill Dad here, and they do manage to claim the feats of warfare here. Well played from Jackson there. Good ulti just to pick up the Dad and manage to kill him. Like, This is the thing, like, mages do sort of just get hard countered by Kog'Maw because you can just rush what's in it. A good dive from the side of Metabusters, pick up another kill. Holy shit, did stop flash or not R? I don't think it checked. But
I
Bean
think
is
he
down here
did.
with a bot gank. Stanley is just gonna walk straight at him though. Or he's just gonna ignore the Singe and try to kill Stanley. Could still get the kill. Has no W up, but does go 1-for-1 here though. Bean trying to kill him, but just doesn't do any damage because he has the fucking Negatron cloak. And Cerberus does manage to pick up a kill here as well with the TP. Crucially though, they did trade back an objective here because Grubs is coming up top side, so they get
I mean,
another
that's gonna be
play.
6 grubs. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 grubs for the first Cloud Dragon. Definitely worth it. You get the objective fee, I think, right? Yeah, you get objectives. You get the objective fee. You got a pretty even trade on kills, and then you just get the boot upgrade as well. As Arnie is here, gonna try to steal this away, but Corn is just gonna try to hold him off. Cini is walking back over, but there is 4 coming. They need to take this and leave here, I think, is the line. Arnie looking for the angle here. Does have the leap strike in. Does go for it. Ulti's in, and then ulti comes out from Tusini trying to lock this play up, but a good 3-man ulti from Jacob trying to peel this fight, but the whale does manage to tag him up. Could kill the Casio here, but I think she got the movement speed from the cube. Might be able to make it out, but no, Sarv is just able to walk her down with the Singe right behind her, and it looks like another couple kills going over to the side of Andromeda, really evening out this gold lead that the Metabusters once had, so...
I know. I almost feel like maybe Metabusters was trying to salvage it too much. Like I feel like
Yeah,
if you just let Jacob die, you just walk away,
yeah,
and it's
but
okay. But Tusini goes down too, trying to commit resources to help in the escape to try to save everybody.
yeah.
And I don't know if that was possible.
I mean, Sav did get a couple kills, or turret played spot lane, so maybe it's okay in the end, but definitely a little worse for wear from the side of Metabusters. As Arnie is just going to leap strike in. Strikebreaker coming out from Corn, does manage to dodge
Oh,
the
it's
leap
gonna be
strike in.
big. Yeah,
Could be the
dodge the
5
counter
stack
strike.
here. Does manage to get it. Good pull back. Q in. Ulti coming out from Corn, and just a solid solo bellow from the side of Darius here. Could also be tower here as well. Does manage to get the demolish proc. I think you just take the tower and die to the Singe, but just
Yeah, that
chooses to
was
leave.
tower.
I mean, he already have the feeds, so it doesn't really matter, but I guess Bean just gives it
Sure. I mean,
anyways.
I don't think Singe is interested in contesting. I guess.
Yeah, as he has the Wit's End. Also, crucially about the Wit's End purchase, you do just get Tenacity, which has so much value versus this team, by the way. Having it into the Jack Stun, into the CC from the Hui, into the Renato ulti. Like, this Wit's End purchase just does so much heavy lifting for the side of
Yeah,
Metabusters here.
Jacob kind of
Jacob's
in
in no
Narnia
man's.
here.
Yeah, he's in no man's land here a little bit. A really bad invade here does cost him his life here, as well
Brother
as
got goo flipped in the wrong neighborhood.
yeah, flipped in the wrong neighborhood is awesome. By the way,
I don't really have another objective coming out for another 2 minutes. It doesn't
Tusini skipped
look
Rod
like.
this game. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he's going in second item, which means he's gonna be in such an item power trough for so long. So Bean is down here though. Does burn the ghost. Is looking for the flip onto the Seraphine. Ulti comes out. Does manage to stun up Dr. Dad, but the ulti comes out. But crucially, the CC doesn't really land on anyone important. Corn does get a max range Q, by the way, or E. Does manage to get Cerberus. Does burn the corporate bailout as he does go down to the Singe poison. As Tusini could go really big here though, but and another 3 kill, 4-for-2 for the side of Metabusters. Holy shit!
Jesus, yeah, I don't know if they both needed die.
Corn didn't die there. I'm blind. Someone else died there, but yeah. Good for collapse from Corn and Tusini there, just really punishing Andromeda overcommitting with their ultimates there, I think. Well played from them. Able to pick up this pot
Yeah.
tower as well, helping them secure a 2k gold lead for the side of Metabusters.
Oh, he did buy. He bought the Rod of Ages. 15 minutes.
You know what? I fuck with it, bro. You do you, King. Ball out. Who cares? Don't let the haters get you down. Rod's second item is base as fuck. Just gotta get tanky somehow, you know?
I mean, if it works, it works.
True. The only thing that matters at the end of this game is the victory or the defeat screen, so
We'll just have to let them cook.
facts. As Bean is gonna go for the Rylai's here. Pretty common build. Rylai's into or the Leandri's into Rylai's. Championed procs it a lot, so yeah. And you see the Force of Nature coming out second for Corn here, by the way. He's not going for the Shojin Rush, so just looking to play frontline for his team, just looking to try to get resets with his ulti, play for those team fights, and see if it pays off for him as well. Q coming out from Tusini does manage to hit. He's just looking for this tower demolish proc. Alright, is gonna drop the E here though. Good luck for a kill with the red
I
buff.
mean, 2 levels up on the Jax is kind of insane.
Yeah. Face check from Jacob and Jackson here. Flash comes out. Ulti comes out onto Dad, but the ulti comes out in response from the Renata. Ulti comes out from the Amumu, but simply nothing they can do as they just get exploded. Bean is here on time this time and managing to pick them up 2-0 on the man advantage. So Stop is gonna stand here, maybe try to steal this, but I feel like he's just wasting his time here. Yeah, as a good smite from Bean. Does manage to scare them a Hex Dragon. So still a bit of a gold lead for Metabusters, but the game is still so close. Could be anyone's game here. Metabusters getting a little overextended here. So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think Cassiopeia and Kog'Maw are going to be problems. I honestly, I think Jacob and Jackson just need to clean up their positioning a little bit, and I think they'll be in a really good spot. They just everybody else on Metabusters really needs them to enable it. So I think if they can just more consistently do that, then Metabusters will be in a good spot again.
yeah, they just have to stand in front of their carries and play this shit front to back. And if they can do that, then I think they're golden. Just wait for your carries to be there, play front to back. It's super playable from the spot, so. See
Yeah, because
if
I
they
mean,
go for
even
this here.
before Cassiopeia got that rod second item, like Tusini was looking like a problem in that bot play.
Yeah. So is Corey, to be fair, but yeah. Masters was looking a little devious there. They start up the Herald. Looks like Metabusters is going to start up the Herald here. Cerberus and Tusini critically are not there, so definitely a playable fight for the side of Metabusters if they choose to look for the Seraphine R. Good smite, just securing the Herald. Could go mid, try to drop it. I'm not sure where you might want to take this. The Hex, not the Hex. The Rift Herald does have like a lot of outpick potential nowadays with the pickup, being able to like reposition you in fights and stuff. So I'm curious to see if they ever use it that way. Could also just be drive it into the tower and try to walk away angle from them. I kind of don't like that, but
Fucking the raw way ultimate.
bro's used to raw dogging, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man. Escasio is sort of just slowly trying to increment this lead. The Kaisa is also still super big. Like, this Kaisa has gotten big again. Is going for the AP build, so is going to be a lot of magic damage coming out from the side of Andromeda. So Flash
Oh, the
Flash E
flash
from
counter
Anya does
strike.
manage to pick up the Kaisa here, or not the Kaisa, the Seraphine, and there's no carry here, so they just burn a Mumu ult for nothing, and 2-0 play for the side of Andromeda here. Good luck from
Yeah, and I
them.
mean, you kind of see like right before two objectives, we see Jacob and Jackson kind of go down. Like the first one happened before that dragon, and Metabusters was forced to scramble to try to find something in response, and then now here before Otacon.
Yeah, there are just gonna
Luckily,
take the
this time
power
they are
here,
able to
so
get the mid push. Yeah, but
yeah. If you can wait out this Voracious Otacon, the buff is not as good as the one from Ruinous. Like the flat buff, the increased gold per takedown is like kind of whatever. But like the GA passive is where a lot of this buff strength comes from. So if they can't utilize this on the enemy team, then you probably just win the game IMO.
yep. I mean, pretty neutral on objectives. I mean, gold is basically exactly the same. It's still anybody's game right now.
Yep. 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 Yep.
I think this dragon is going to come up though, and it could be sole point for Andromeda because I think their Otacon buff will still be active for at least sometime after this dragon spawns.
Yeah, Ticini is just farming side lanes for the next 4 minutes, trying to get Ro to finish. Yeah, he put himself in such a power trough building like this. And he's not even building Leandri's third, he's building Rylai's third. He wants to be so tanky in these fights, but I just don't know if you want to. What's the return value on this tank investment, right? Like, you're still going to die to the same
Metabusters has to be
champion, so.
really careful on how they play this. Arnia TP'd super early. We see
Yeah.
Tusini kind of matching it. But, I mean, Jackson's
Jackson's
already
just
one
getting
shot.
caught again. Good pick from the side of Andromeda, and another angle coming out from them. Corn does look for the engage here, but Tusini just not enough backup here. Trying to pick up one, but Stop does manage to pick up the withdrawal from the Singed here. But oh, good snipe from Sarverus, and it's going to be another Hex Dragon for the side of Andromeda here.
Yeah, I mean, sole point for Andromeda. Really leveraging that Otacon buff and some mispositioning to just really go off in that fight. And this Kaisa, like with the ultimate up, is like deadly from close and far away with the W spam into the passive proc. Once they close the distance with ultimate.
Yeah. The Q damage also does a lot of damage. Scales with both AP and AD, so you're ripping and tearing at this point. It looks like there might be a bush play coming out from Stanley here. W doesn't connect, so no chance of a kill. Could just wait.
I don't know if they can just play for the Amumu engage with Cassio and Kog'Maw and Seraphine playing as like a 3-man unit. I don't know. I feel like they should be able to play these fights, but it seems like Andromeda is just able to get the better of them.
Yeah, definitely is the case here. Kaisa is so strong, by the way. Is almost at that death cap power spike. Hitting your W's will be nuclear amounts of damage for the Kaisa if you can conceivably get that. Baron is coming up. That is going to be the next objective. Should be a fight from the side of Metabusters. I don't know if they want to take it. It doesn't look very takeable, but you might just feel like you have to. The desperation play, as it were. I don't know. As a good ulti comes out, but yeah, Corn does manage to pick up the Renata here. Does drop the Singe super low. Does pick up another one. Does get 2-for-1 here, but Stav does manage to pick up the Kog'Maw on the backline, and it's just a bit of a bloody fight, but Corn is super low. Does manage to get the Q off. The ulti comes out from the Jax, but does manage to kite out. The Q comes out as well. Hits the E. Hits the W, just managed to get the solo kill. So as Stanley flashes away.
Oh, I mean, really good fight there from Metabusters.
Yep.
Able to at least come out with 1-man advantage in that team fight.
Yeah. I don't know what they really get off this, but we'll have to see.
I mean, they closed the gold lead. The gold lead's down, back down to like less than 1K.
Yeah,
True. Roa did just finish.
true. He's so back, dog.
What is this rejuve? No, oh, I see. Okay.
What's the
The
rejuve
Spectre's
for?
Cowl.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Into Darius or
No, on Cassiopeia. But
ah,
yeah, I mean, does have a Spirit Visage as well.
maybe he's just trying to build healing.
Yeah, the Kaisa W's kind of.
They're just doing
If you hit
so
the
much
right
damage.
target, they kind of blow you up, especially if you can hit multiple in a row. I mean, Jackson's already down to fifth of his HP bar.
Yeah, definitely just getting chunked by these guys W's alone, I think.
Seraphs is almost back up for Cassiopeia.
Yeah, looking for a potential bush play. I don't really know what they can get here, but
With the crying bee emoji, crying in the club.
really be like that. I mean, Tusini is sort of just getting away with murder in these side lanes, just permanently playing up, not really having to worry about the Graves because her jungler is just making him punished for living life, I guess. I don't know.
You do see a convergence potentially on Corn here, but looks like he's gonna sidestep it.
Yeah, looks like it could be a convergence on these two in the bot lane, but we've seen how many times that has worked out for them, and it's been zero, so. Yep.
Jackson better get the fancy feet out.
Yeah.
Okay, bandage toss from Amumu.
Yeah. Insane Q from Jacob, but ulti comes out. I don't know if he can really do anything, and Cyrus just rips him apart with the W. Stop is desperately trying to get 1-for-1 back. As Bean it does leave the giant stink trail behind him. He is going to go in here on the Kog'Maw. Does manage to dodge out most things, but I don't know if that's enough. As Stanley finds another kill onto the backline, and it just looks like it's going to be a wrap on this kill for them. As Tusini dies to Rungus, or yeah, Tusini. Bean dies to Tusini, but Sarv is just still so healthy, so alive, and it's so hard for them to play this fight as he just one-shots Stav here.
Yeah, triple kill out here for the Kaisa. I mean, Sarvis in just a huge position here for Andromeda this game. I assume he has the most gold in the game at the moment
Oh, he
by
definitely
a
does,
long
and that's
shot.
Soul too. So Kaisa W is gonna be slowing people, so from long range. So gonna have to watch out for that in fights. Mumukyu coming out.
Yeah, of course. Andromeda has first move to the Baron.
Yep.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, it's dangerous for them to stand there and do the objective because Amumu can engage, but I mean, I feel like if Metabuster starts it, they just get killed by poke. So I don't know if anybody wants to do an objective right now.
Yeah, another ulti coming out from the Hui. Does manage to pick up Tusini here. Ulti coming out from the Seraphine does charm up 4 people. I don't know if she has any follow-up though, as it's gonna be a one and done charm ulti. They're
I
not
think they
looking.
might just start up the Baron now.
Yeah, they definitely can. They have a lot of DPS.
They've secured man advantage.
Yeah. Baron going over to the side of Andromeda here. Should just be a base into end the game or attempt to. Oh my gosh, that W does so much damage, by the way. Holy shit. Good ambush for the side of Meta Busters, though. This could be a really big turn. So much gold just went into Stav and Jacob's pockets here. Jacob
It,
gets one of the kills, but
someone said something about Jackson potentially DCing earlier when he
uh,
got caught. That definitely looked like a disconnection right there of some sort.
yeah, I don't know. It's a little rough from Jackson. But I will not speak because no one else has said anything on it. But I'd like the call out there. Yeah, look at that play damage from so far away. By the way, though, with the Hex Soul, that's what the pauses were for. Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, even through Kog'Maw fighting for his life to clear the way, they are able to pick up that tier mid tower.
Yeah, Berserker doesn't really hit anyone. Yep.
I'll just see if the Cassiopeia can outbattle this with
Nope.
the goo flip under the tower.
Some things just cannot beat the goof flip under the tower, and the Cassiopeia is one of them, I fear. As Arya is also going to get engaged on, by the way. As were the names that.
I don't know. I think if you look at the scoreboard, it's really easy to say Cerberus is like the most important factor for Andromeda here, but I feel like there's an argument for being here
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
Singe
yeah.
jungle.
I feel like he set up a lot of their plays. Stop is getting flipped into the enemy team. Good pickup from Stanley. Just good pick for the side of
Like how
Andromeda
many
here.
times is that now that we've seen him like goo flip the key target in a fight
Yeah, I
or
think he's played this game insane. Really well played on the Singe. So, as it looks like they are just going to start knocking down towers for the side of Andromeda. Good fear. Oh my gosh, he just gets deleted off the face of the earth. Good fear from Stanley. As Susini is going to try to look for this. Has the Kana Crooker, and I don't know if that does anything at this point, though.
yeah, I mean I think you're just trying to play for this Elder Dragon fight. I
Ulti
mean
comes
even
up.
with the position, shame to give that over through some
Yeah.
misplays very shortly beforehand.
That is just getting run down. Darius is looking for this so hard, but Q comes out, healing comes out, but or Jacob cannot get anything here. Gets the pullback. Ulti comes out, does manage to get one. Q comes out, does manage to get two, but doesn't manage to get three, and Stanley is here just to clean it up a little bit more. Stop gets hit by the W. Is that enough? Gets hit by another W? Could be the third W?
I mean, everybody will be up before Elder Dragon, so not the most impactful thing. Andromeda was able to get that tier 3 tower, but didn't get the inhibitor, so I mean, Metabusters will have to fix their waves, but outside of that, everybody should be around and ready for the fight here in just over half a minute.
Yeah. It's going to be the disciplined Elder take, and then try to end the game from Andromeda here.
Yeah, interesting to see. We do have objective bounties that are active on like the tier 3 structures from Metabusters. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that.
That's crazy, yeah. Are just going to raw dog start it, I think.
And we still do have 10 seconds before it's up. Um,
Oh, good ulti.
Everybody should be
Could
able to
be
get
a
into
pick
position.
here. That just gets one, or fucking Seraphine just gets one shot, but doesn't manage to get the pick in response because of the bailout. Susini is just sort of getting feared up and has not enough range into this Kaisa here.
Yeah, look at Singe. Look at Singe.
And Jackson
Uh,
has left the game and reconnected. Is super lagging, but he's trying to regen off this red buff. Yeah, they're looking for this Elder. The play plus Kaisa poke is just so insane, by the way. Holy shit. How can they play?
How can they move through these chokes either? Look at Stanley, like cutting off the
Yeah.
choke through the tri-bush and then finishing Jackson off
Yeah,
like from
Jack's
half a
flash
screen
E
away.
ulting in. Just, yeah, this game is so over. Jacob doesn't even get one here. Corn looking for the play desperately. Does manage to get the ulti off, but it's just going to be a clean wipe for the side of Andromeda. And they just got to walk it down mid here, I believe. TP from Arnie. And it's going to be a 2-1 for Andromeda here. Super well played from them. Game 1 looked a little rough, but they definitely rallied back with the 2-0 on the, or 2-1 on the return, or 2-0 I guess on the back half of the season.
The best of three reverse sweep.
Yeah. I don't know. This
Yeah.
Kai'Sa mid pick looks very pivotal, but I think Bean did so much work setting Sarvis up in the early game. So who do you
Yeah.
want to
I
give it
mean,
to?
I think I mean, I really want to give it to the Singe. Is what I want to do.
Yeah, I'll do it with you, bro. I'm with you on that one. I'll give it to the Singe as well. Shout out to my Jungle Boys, but
Jungle Boys up.
Jungle Boys are in fact up. Do you want to grab anyone for interview? I don't know if I'll be cognizant enough for an interview, but we can try.
I mean, if someone from Andromeda wants to,
I'll ask
then we
him.
can. I'm not gonna force anybody to, but I mean, yeah. While you're doing that, I mean, really well teams. I think we kind of saw two games that were really kind of going one direction from the start, like either way, and then into a third game where both teams kind of. I think it would have been interesting to have three games of game three,
Yeah.
or like two or three games of game three, because it felt like I don't know what was different, but the first two games felt like a different kind of game than the third game, and
Yeah.
third game
Ooh,
just felt
Arnie
more
wants to do the
controlled.
interview.
And
Okay.
okay, yeah,
Can we drag him? Do I have power? I don't think I have power.
I definitely do not have any power.
Hello, Arnie.
Hello.
How do you feel about this game?
Very, very satisfied.
Okay,
Very,
okay.
very satisfied. We did have a rough start, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And if it was unfortunately very rough because especially for me, because I accidentally fucked up my keybinds for my summoners, and I accidentally flashed twice in Nixus in the first game. I don't know if anyone caught that, but
Game 1, you said?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we saw that.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't because it was really embarrassing on me.
Gotcha. So you played the Darius and the Jax matchup like 3 games in a row, correct?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about this matchup in hindsight now that you've played out the series? Uh, do you think it's Jack's favorite? Do you have any opinions on like would you continue blind picking this into other Darius players like Avery, or what are your thoughts on it in general?
I think the matchup for Jax is very. I think it's a skill matchup for
Okay.
both Darius and Jax. There's certain cooldowns that are like very important in like the 1v1 duels, and obviously like it was pretty like it was a bit of a bloodbath top lane. Me and Korn were getting constant like solo kills over each other. But like the main thing is that like it's like whoever the better top laner in terms of like skill is like gonna come out in the trade, in which like me and Korn had moments of success in that regard.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
like yeah, Korn piloted the Darius. Korn piloted the Darius really well, and it's for me at least it's like very very hard to play into a good Darius, mainly because of like obviously my ping. I have to like you have to be very reactive in his cooldowns. Whenever he like goes for the Q, you have to like Q into his the inner circle because that's how you not get a stack. And like
Yeah.
that's like kind of like the counter play around it. It's like it's very difficult. I thought it was going to be very very difficult for me because Korn is like I think one of the best top players in server,
Yeah.
but I did my job for my team and I thought I did relatively well, even though I died like a couple times solo.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely had a really good performance out of you. Did you Okay, I know this was like more of a team draft thing, but did you have any, or did you guys have any ideas about the mid lane and AD carry setup? Because I know Sarver started picking the Kaisa in game 2 and 3. Could you give us like any insight into that pick, where it came from? Was it just off the dome or
Um, it was completely impromptu. It was like, as you said, off the dough,
off the dome?
the
Off
dough,
the dome.
off, off the dome. Yeah, that was pretty much on the dough. That was like Sarver saying that he thought that it was a really good angle,
Okay.
and we decided that we wanted to draft more poke comps with the Fei and Vic and the Fei and the Kaisa, and it worked really really well for us.
Yeah.
Like,
What? Continue. Sorry.
yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to say like. Oh, I'm trying to think of how I could continue that, but
No, no, no.
it's
Okay.
really
Well, yeah.
sorry.
We just cut
But
each other off again. Go.
yeah, yeah. TLDR, it was basically on the fire. Sarver just thought, hey, let's send it. Kaiser's,
Yeah.
I think, is like Kaiser's like super run right here. We're going for mainly for Pope with the fire,
Yeah.
and we put our faith in him, and he just like he pretty much like ran both game 1, game 2, and game 3. He like
Yeah.
did so much for us, and he
Okay.
had a really good series overall.
All right. All right. I think that's it from me. Do you have any questions for Avery?
I mean, I guess yeah. Like, I guess just what was going through your guys' and after game one, like, what were you looking to change? Like, what was your strategy going into game? Basically, like, I guess your reverse
Um,
sweep in the best of three, like where you won the last two games in a row.
for game 1, we needed to. I think the main thing was just we just needed. We were playing very like sloppy. We needed to just focus on just cleaning up our micro game, and also focus on the macro game as well, because we realized after game 1 that we were arriving at objectives very late, and that's one thing that we wanted to prioritize really a lot, and just making sure that we also just don't get too greedy on objectives as well, because we were trying to get like for example, just trying to contest both grubs and dragon at the same time, and in hindsight we didn't need to. And what we did to just clean up, basically we just cleaned up the comms, and we basically just disregarded game 1 as just like essentially just this is going to kind of be in, but it's just as a warm up, you know. Our
Yeah.
mechanics, our warm ups, our mechanics were not the cleanest. We needed to like reset our mental, and we just decided to just fix our previously mentioned mistakes, which mainly was just like our map positioning around objectives, and like being like on like the same, basically being on the same page.
All right. Yeah. Well, thanks for the interview. You guys played a phenomenal series. I think really fun games to cast. Definitely a very interesting series to watch as well.
Thank
Thank you all for coming out to watch this cast. Any closing thoughts, Arnya? Any predictions for the next series that coming up? I don't know who it is, but I'm assuming we have one at some point.
I'm gonna say it right here and right now.
Uh,
Even with you two in the call, we are planning. I hope that Andromeda will go defeatless in this season, and we obviously have our targets on the big dog Rift Sharks.
okay,
So
okay. I like the
be prepared.
confidence. I like the
Be
confidence.
prepared, Avery. That's all I'm saying. Be prepared.
Okay, okay, I like that. Love that look for you, Arnya. All right.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next stream.